intensifying.
Yeah. New holds potentially inappropriate messages for review. What? No, we'll keep the inappropriate messages. No, none yet.
I was like, it was flagged already. It's been on for like a second.
There's one person. Maybe that's just
Is there?
You. I think it's just you.
Yeah.
It's just us.
I was like, oh, there's one person.
We're watching ourselves. Okay, cool. So we'll keep this. I wonder if I can. Okay, that mic's on. I wonder if there is a way to silence this. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, cool. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Hello. Welcome to Power is Power Hour. We are a Game of Thrones rewatch where we do a power hour. If you've never done one of those before, we're going to drink too much beer in 1 hour. Basically, once every 60 seconds, we're going to hear a sound like this.
Shame.
And that means we have to do a shot of beer. It's going to end up being about 4 or 5 beers, depending on how stressfully we drink throughout it. And then, yeah, we're going to talk about the Game of Thrones episode we're watching, maybe have some feelings. At some point, we all have a shot of Malort in front of us, which, if you don't know what that is a Chicago-based liqueur that a lot of people think sounds or tastes terrible.
Terrible, because it is.
I think it's delicious because I'm a monster. But what's new? It's yeah. So if we cry, we have to do a shot of Malort. Otherwise, it's going to be the shot that we end out the power hour with. So it'll be the 60th
Which
shot.
in my case will be it. Because
Yeah. For again, I have 2 guests here to introduce Max.
Hi.
And Lindsay.
Hey.
2 rad, sweet as hell in one case. Burlington Bar regular.
You guessed. That's what could be it.
But we still love Max. So, yeah, Max is not going to cry. We can
Probably
put a
not.
mud on that. But if he were going to cry, that's when he's going to do shot. If he were a person with feelings.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the role of like a serial killer and be like, I understand how human emotions work. And so whatever resonates, I'll be like, this is my cry shot.
We're kind of sitting in order to give you a visual right now of who is most least likely to cry.
Yeah.
Number 1 being me, number 2 being Lindsay, and 3, the not a chance in hell, Max.
Yeah.
Unless, like, outside factors.
I mean, it's the first episode. Did anything really sad happen in the first episode? Does anything sad happen in the first
We don't
episode
want
of
to
anything?
spoil it. We have to read the
Oh,
spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers for this 8-year-old
Yeah.
piece of TV.
But I mean, if you haven't rewatched it in a while.
Oh, right. Yeah.
To note,
Yeah.
also, in case it weren't already apparent, we're going to be drunk. That means we're going to spoil shit. We're going to spoil things that happen in this episode, in future episodes.
In episodes that haven't even aired yet.
That's not
We are going
true.
to spoil.
Your girl.
It can be unavoidable. Hidden order and be like, hey, did you hear? You know, so it's unavoidable sometimes. But I do try to stay away a little bit.
And Lindsay.
I see a lot of
Yeah, Lindsay's the one.
I don't read, like, I try not to read, like, episode descriptions and stuff. Sometimes those leak. But I'm also a entertainment writer. It's my
Yeah.
job, so I kind of have to read stuff like that.
She goes full throttle. I'm terrified of them. So yeah, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, this is definitely not the podcast for you. You're gonna hear too much, as Max kindly said, about the show and also about us and our personal lives because we're gonna get drunk. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So Max, have you ever done a power hour?
I've never done a power hour, no. I was a huge 24 fan, and I used to refer to that show as the Jack Bauer Power Hour. I've never done one of these before, no.
Lindsay?
I've also never done power hours.
Awesome.
So.
I haven't done a power hour in like 5 years. I did it with my friend Dallas. We got very drunk. We were also drinking nicer beers than the old style we're drinking today, which is delicious, but not super high alcohol content, like a normal beer. And I've now dedicated myself to drinking at least 60 power hours through. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm feeling like a real
When you
trooper.
eventually get to the whole series is what you mean. Yeah.
It's going to be like,
You can look back
Yeah.
at your graveyard of beers.
You're
and
gonna drink like
yeah.
10,000 old.
I'm drinking my way across Lake Michigan, apparently.
You can say, this
my
is for you,
tears.
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah. It's all for you. Are we ready to start? Wait, when's the last time you saw this episode?
For me, probably a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lindsay?
I think probably a year or so, but I've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
I watched it, when it was brand spanking new. When something's brand spanking new, I'll watch it like 3 times in a row, and then I won't see it again for a long time. So yeah, I did watch it a lot when it first aired. So I probably will end up being. I'll have a lot of these. Oh yeah, moments.
Yeah.
I feel like it's obviously the introductory episodes. If you're like trying to show friends, you watch it with them to get them excited, and then but you've already seen it, and then if you like do that with multiple friends, as I have done, I've probably seen it like 15
If you want to get your friend, if you at home want to get your friends into Game of Thrones, don't show them the actual first episode. Show them this.
And
Just
then
just drinking and talking over the whole thing.
Yeah, that's it. Just they don't need to actually watch the episode. They just need to listen to a bunch of idiots getting drunk.
The first episode is kind of confusing too. So
I found it really fun. I was like, yippee! There's so much nerdy exposition in this show. I was sold from it because I didn't read the books. I watched the show, watched the first episode. I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm really into all this world building that's happening. Went out, got the first book, finished the first book before the first season was over, and I'm like, oh fuck, why did I do that? I can't wait to see what adventures Ned Stark's gonna get into for the next like however many years. Like hell yeah, brother.
I'm so dedicated to his plot. Yeah. Spoiler alert: he lives a really wonderful long life. It's a great story
with all the dire wolves.
Totally, everyone lives.
They're all on a farm together.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
hell.
That is accurate, actually.
There's 7 hells, right?
Yeah, there's 7 of them.
So one of them.
Seven. One for each
they
1,000 years.
They all have different rules. Like one just has like no Wi-Fi. Like they all like different
it's like
levels.
Dante's Inferno. Like each one is worse.
If it were my hell, it would be like no dogs, no Wi-Fi, pizza doesn't exist. We have all these things here. Really excited.
Yeah.
So y'all, are you guys ready?
My hell would be like a movie theater where everything is like a rom-com or a PG-13 rated horror film.
Or a new Steven Spielberg joint.
Everything is Ready Player One.
Yeah, that's it forever. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's start this episode.
Let's go. We have to watch a Westworld preview first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can just talk over the Westworld shit.
Yeah, we can.
Sweet.
So
you can edit this.
Music Box is doing 70mm Ready Player One, and I'm like, how's that gonna look? Because it's just a CGI fuckfest. So it's like, how's that gonna? What's the point of doing transferring
that?
Yeah. So now is where we watch this preview, and you guys just get to watch do that.
Yeah. This won't be on the
podcast.
This will clearly not be in the podcast.
A show.
I'm pouring my first beer shot. So are we gonna take one at the first minute?
Yeah.
Or we take one before it starts.
Totally.
Opening shot. Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, I'll play it. And everything.
Yeah.
Is this loud enough?
Oh yeah. It's Westworld.
No, for
fun.
I know.
I could, couldn't I?
I think it's kind of long.
But then we're gonna go too far. We're gonna
Yeah, that's true.
Now are the Bulls Cylons too? You're right. Okay.
How do I get out of this? We're doing it live. What?
There's 3 people watching.
Just making sure it's still recording. What if we got through the power hour and then had to do it again?
Are you gonna do like stops every once in a while just in case?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean I'll pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Off a little bit. So because Joyce watches the show, so I know a little. It's like background noise to me. So like, Danny Newton found like the source code, right? She's got the Konami code, right? And she can like.
I don't remember exactly what she has.
Control Bulls now, apparently.
Maybe. I know at the end she almost escapes.
Right.
She like finds a way to get out.
She was the one who like became self-aware first or something.
Yeah, totally.
No, well, yeah.
Cool.
Shit.
You ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Drink, motherfuckers.
I already have mine prepared.
I did not.
Are you supposed to like pour it out so that at the minute or are you supposed
No, I just did it late.
So these three guys in the beginning, if you're unfamiliar with the show, these are the main characters.
We're going to spend the rest of our time with them, and I cannot wait.
Will, Bob, and Jim Bob.
Mm-hmm. Everyone amazing. Oh boy, I'm already nervous about this. This was my idea.
This is like man, when we see the little glimpse of the White Walker, this is obviously like early days White Walker, but like man, I thought he looked so much fucking cooler in this first episode. And they end up looking
like zombies.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, he doesn't look like shredded wheat in this one. He looks like an Uruk-hai, almost like from Lord of the Rings.
Right, with blue eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, this was my idea to do this podcast. We were one shot deep.
Shame.
Two.
I didn't realize it was going to be that.
I know. I'm already nervous.
I'm excited.
I feel like I'm already drunk.
I'm
not.
I build up to excitement, and now I've hit it.
My beer's like half gone.
No, it isn't. Have you been drinking it?
When I see other people in terror and fear, then I'm like, okay, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I've had 2 tastes of alcohol, and I am alive. I'm alive.
This is gonna make for a really funny podcast.
Yeah,
I never really thought about like in video form. I can see it being funny, but it'll still be funny. I just mean,
in order for it to be
we're discussing this.
We have to talk.
Guys, we're excited.
Knickers.
I forgot that this was a cold open, and so I was like, "Is this a recap of what's come before?" And there's like,
shame.
Okay, now that I know the horse's name is Knickers, I don't want to know. But I do want to know the backstory.
Of Knickers. Oh boy.
I started laughing. Oh god.
Oh
my god. I'm so scared. I'm really afraid of the bull.
Yeah. I mean, try not to cry.
Just don't cry.
Try not to
I
cry.
might cry right away.
I know.
So
just, I'm gonna make myself cry.
Tears, not I just took 3 shots of old style tears.
These ones don't count.
I'm gonna make myself cry so that I can just drink this Malort right
So that
now.
like once you're fucked up with beer, the Malort doesn't kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna coat my stomach with the Malort.
I always thought or wanted, I don't know. I just thought like the arrangement of the bodies, the way the symbols, and I thought we'd see some cool magic. I mean, we do. We see them resurrect people, but I was hoping for like an Evil Dead kind of like Necronomicon theme.
No, totally. Those patterns do like reappear more often than you think.
Not just in this episode, but just in general.
No, I just mean like I never realized this until I saw someone like make a photo compilation, but
all the times they do the spiral.
Yeah, it
design.
actually is more than you think. But I don't really know what it means. I think it's like, isn't that also what's in Danny's caves when they're in the Dragonstone cave?
Those
they pop up a
paintings
bunch.
that John just drew like for 40 minutes before he.
My boy is not that artistically talented. He's good with his mouth, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, maybe he drew them with his mouth with the chalk in there, and they're not with it.
He just hoisted Tyrion up and
I really did, though, when I saw this for the first time. I mean, I naturally assumed that these were going to be characters that were in the show.
Yeah.
Shame. I keep forgetting that it's going to happen. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I keep forgetting that we have to do a shot, and then it sneaks up on me. The shame bell tells me what's up. And then yells it up. But yeah, the first time I saw this, I mean, I assumed that I forget that like this comes up in the first episode, the White Walkers.
That they're like there or something.
Yeah.
I misread that subtitle just now. It said echoing animal call. For some reason, I read echoing anime call. Like,
yeah, they don't.
Like somebody Hadoukening in the background.
100%. But yeah, they don't bring up White Walkers again for a while, right? We don't see them after this episode for a while. But I don't remember when.
I don't think it's until we don't fully.
Shame.
The next time we see one is when there's one in Mormont's.
Two,
no, it's in the first season. That one gets into.
Well, that's just like the zombies. Like we never really see the walkers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Properly.
Well, I mean, White Walker or white.
I think this is a white though.
Yeah.
Right? So
No, this thing that's about to kill them. Well, the little girl's gonna be a zombie, but then the White Walker, alpha White Walker is about to show up. But he looks like he's like black. He's like jet black.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the
design
lighting.
is just different. They hadn't figured.
Yeah,
it
they
out.
look more like Uruk-hai from like.
So
Lord
we
of the
see
Rings.
a white. The next time we see a white.
Yeah.
I always use
He
the
doesn't look
term interchangeably, even though I shouldn't.
What's interchangeable?
White and White Walker.
I just call them zombies because I'm like, if people think I'm talking about one thing and I'm talking
Yeah.
about another, so I just call them.
Well, because the White Walkers aren't zombies. They're like.
Shame.
And I can't even call them walkers like Walking Dead walkers because they're fucking White Walkers. Like it's very hard to nickname these
Yeah.
guys.
It is.
Yours like almost gone.
What are you doing?
I don't know if mine's just like pouring.
I mean, mine. Oh, I think.
Mine's almost gone.
Mine is
Mine's
almost
got about
gone.
one more left in it.
Yeah.
I don't think mine has one.
I think mine has one more.
I might need to get another. Yeah. So the next time we see a white is in. I think it's like
When they find the bodies and it attacks Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
No,
so.
it's in his. Yeah, it's in his like office or whatever. And
yeah.
John kills it.
It's
And
in
that's when he
the
gets-
laundry room.
That's when he gives him ice or not ice. Long claw.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he like saves him. And that's when he's like, "Oh, John gets to be a ranger, not just like my office assistant."
I almost just naturally drank this, and then I was like, "Fuck, we're gonna have another one coming up
Yeah.
anyway." I
Probably
keep
gonna, like,
jinxed us.
I always want to know more about if your villains.
Oh shit!
If your villains are like a hierarchy. Oh, the first.
Yeah.
Yay. Sean Bean. Yeah. Yeah, all these people who aren't on the show
I'm just
anymore.
started crying right now.
I know. I might.
It's been a while.
Bitch, I might cry.
I have not watched any Game of Thrones since the finale last season.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't
I don't
watched.
think so. I think I've maybe rewatched that a couple times, but like since that, I haven't watched it.
I got. I think like I was having a feeling and like needed to cry,
Yeah.
so I like watched. Just started watching.
Oh no, Peter Dinklage
Oh, no.
off the TV.
Oh no! Wait,
Winterfell
I'm gonna
and
pause
Peter
this.
Dinklage.
Yeah, pause the.
I will cut this moment.
Make sure it's still recording too.
It is.
It's still on the YouTube video.
Oh no! Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube can see
YouTube.
it.
Now it's like Pavlov's
Who's-
Bell, where I'm about
yeah,
to drink
who's-
because I know it's like okay, it's starting again.
Ready?
Wait, what?
Okay.
We got any watchers yet, or
Yeah, there's folks.
yeah?
For the podcast, we're also live streaming this on YouTube.
Shame.
Oh, it just paused again.
Too late. It was already in my mouth.
I know. We're gonna pause this for a minute actually and let it load.
Yeah. So live streams are getting all
Which
the,
we did anyway. Live stream's getting all the weird stuff.
we get
So
all the bloopers.
hey, a couple of people we got.
Like, some people
Wait.
asked some questions we should answer.
Yeah. So Michael, you got a bunch of questions. We are excited.
For season 8, huh?
Yeah, we are
excited about
super
anything.
excited. Top 3 favorite deaths. That's tough.
I can do it.
Oberyn.
Oberyn.
Max is a monster.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, but it doesn't be
Flawless
like.
victory.
Well, it
yeah.
doesn't have to be that you wanted them to die. It's just like who has like the best, most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Ned, Oberon, and Littlefinger.
Littlefinger was very satisfying.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah, it was Littlefinger's was satisfying, even though I don't know, kind of saw it coming, but like it was beautiful anyway to see. In the same way that like Joffrey's was, and
Oh, Joffrey's, yeah, shit.
I stopped reading after the first book because I wanted to be surprised, and that was Chef's Kiss beautiful.
I'm gonna say Tywin for me, just because of
Oh,
just 'cause
so
of, just 'cause
good.
of how mafia it all felt.
I think also,
Yeah.
Like,
sorry,
just
now we're gonna have
getting-
like
yeah.
10 answers, but I
Yeah.
also think in terms of the one that actually just like fucked me up the most would be Catelyn. Like hers, like when it's like she just gets her throat slit. And
Yeah.
It immediately cuts
Oh,
to, like,
yeah.
that like completely silent credits.
Just you and your
It's really-
tears.
Curtains should have drawn right with
Yeah.
that
He
moment.
said, "Oh, Ramsay, Littlefinger, Joffrey, yeah, them."
Oh,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Shithead. Yeah.
Ramsay's
yeah.
was real good.
Yeah,
I
that
like
one was
Ramsay's
good.
mostly just because I like Sansa's like
Yeah,
like,
it was
walk
beautiful.
away, smile.
So, hi Stella, hi Michael. Yeah, so we're recording this, and then it'll at some point be a podcast. We're recording this early, so you can always. I mean, you're getting drunk with us now, hopefully, and that's a real Easter Sunday bit. Yeah. Marjorie's was that was really good.
Hers was like
Tommen's
a
collection of deaths.
Yeah. Dude, Tommen's was fucking wild.
Oh my God,
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
There's been a lot. I don't know.
Miguel Sapochnik mentioned Mia Morgan in fucking the New York Times with that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was like talking about how he watched the video and that Mia Morgan. Well, he said, these two girls lost their shit, and I don't know whether it was because they were excited or horrified.
Right.
We were like, it was both.
Who said that?
Miguel Sapochnik, who directed that episode.
Oh, right on.
Marjorie said, "Yeah, it killed us too, but like, Hodor.
I forgot about everything that's happened in the show.
Yeah, no, Hodor is. Yeah.
Here's like my most. I'm gonna sound like Max for a minute.
Here, you talk about this. I'm gonna go to that.
Care about Hodor. He's one of those characters to me where it's like he's
a monster,
but he's just like this. Oh God, I'm gonna sound really problematic.
Oh yeah, that's how I got on Sean's video. That's so I had the sunglasses, and I forgot my own fucking Hodor related nickname for a second because he says I'm too cool to cry for Hodor because everybody in the bar was like gone when that happened.
Yeah.
And I felt a little. I actually did feel like something.
Yeah.
So but I can't let anybody know that, so I threw sunglasses on.
So
so that's how that image on Sean's page got born. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's because you think I'm a complete sociopath,
right.
but it's just one of those
You're just wearing glasses.
It was one of those rare times where I wasn't. Yeah, I was wearing sunglasses inside like an idiot.
It didn't bother me. It's the same. I have the same feeling for Hodor as I do for like Hagrid and Harry Potter, where I just find them kind of like annoying.
Oh no, Hodor is like ruined.
It's rooted in reading the books first, because in the books Hagrid always annoyed me because his like dialogue was all written in like.
And he's such a fuck up too. He's always like,
he's like these gentle giants. I just don't have a lot of time.
He's always like selling dragons to like dudes in alleys and shit, and it's like then it comes back and bites everyone in the ass.
All right, we have to start again.
Sorry, I was just probably like alien. Oh yes, everyone's like fuck you.
Oh, okay, we're already 10 in, and thus we've all finished a beer.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start again. Glad you guys are seeing Behind the Veil. Let's go. All right.
I almost just instinctually took a
Yeah, we just did one. The Wall? Yeah. I'm not gonna cry when they get to Winterfell if they didn't already. I swear.
Wait, if we didn't already?
Like if the intro didn't. I don't remember. Because we're already drinking.
I think it already did.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I think it opens with Winterfell.
I've got a lot of feelings. Why?
And the TV doesn't want you to express any of them.
Are you watching it on H? Do you have?
It's on HBO.
Yeah. Do you not? Do you have like DVDs?
Oh. Don't I have to?
No, I have them.
Well, now we know.
I read the HBO on like, Sunday nights. Like the app is always.
Yeah, that's when we get a lot of
traffic.
Yeah,
So it's
John Oliver's fucking up our experience. Right now.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. Again, it was my idea, and I keep forgetting that we have to do a shot.
yeah.
Oh boy. I've forgotten all of this.
I've really seen this too much. Like it's actually like. I've also reread the first book like 6 times, so. You know, like they kind of are similar experiences because the first book is really similar to the first season.
I get that the Walker let him go, but like, how did he get south of the wall?
This always kind of fucks me up.
Do you think he went back to work for like an hour?
And then just
Winterfell,
baby! And then just boogied?
It's my team. Oh, I almost just drank this just
I
because
know,
it was in front of me.
It's just
Oh no! If anything's about to get me, it's gonna be this shit.
I knew it. I was like,
Shame.
Fuck you. No, I'm not yet.
Look how little Bran is.
Oh, I hate seeing the Starks happy together because I'm.
It's short-lived.
It's so short-lived.
It's literally only this episode.
Literally
I got
everyone in that
goosebumps.
shot, John included, has died.
But that's true.
Oh, God.
God damn. Oh God. I hadn't considered that. Well, Brandon died.
Oh yeah, he did die.
Altered.
Oh, he kind of did, yeah, in a way.
He's into some weird shit.
Now he's the Raven or whatever.
Yeah, he is different. That's fair.
Yeah, didn't he say like?
I'm not.
What's
He's
that
not
line?
anymore.
He
Yeah.
basically said that line from Ghostbusters.
I'm not really.
Yeah.
Rickon's fucking dead.
Yeah, because the motherfucker can't zigzag. Just kidding.
No one cared about it.
They didn't let us care about
You see on
Rickon.
this show where like you see a 6-year-old
Oh.
boy get lit up with arrows, and you're like, loser.
Oh, John.
There was like a meme that went around. I think it's in one of the like first episodes where Rickon like shows up at Bran's like bedside after he like falls down. And he like says something to Bran, and the meme was just like, "Who the fuck are you?"
They really didn't give us a lot of time with him.
He also looks like a bastard. He doesn't look like.
Yeah, he
they all
doesn't
kind
look
of
like
have a
their
similar
kid.
look, except for Rickon's like this little blonde child.
Well, like, and Sansa looks different, but you understand why because she.
Sansa looks like Catelyn. though.
Exactly.
I spent the first episode thinking that Theon was also a bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do they keep referring to John as the bastard? There's clearly other bastards, but
Right. I didn't understand who Theon was
I
for
didn't
a
know
really
shit
long
about
time.
shit back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it. I feel like, oh, winter's coming. Oh boy, oh boy, I knew
Perfect
it.
timing. Perfect timing.
I love that shot was perfectly coincided with the winter is coming, which might, if you're drinking along with us, might be a little different because this loaded, so we paused for a second. It was giving us some trouble,
Yeah.
very excitingly. But yeah, the first winter is coming feels real good.
So
Winter is
wolf
ending in
there?
Chicago.
Or is that a wolf? Did you see that?
What was the wolf?
His like coat had like an entire bear head on.
Oh,
It's fan, whatever he's like holding.
I didn't notice because we just
So
chugged a
beautiful.
beer. It is. I want to give him some chapstick real bad.
Yeah, me too.
That makes me want to put chapstick on.
Look, Bran's little freckles.
Yeah, dude, Bran was so
He
cute.
was so cute.
He's so cute.
I always like how in
We
this
saw
world.
that.
How in this world?
Yeah.
do you get,
Shame.
like,
Yeah. He's
Oh,
so
he's so
cute.
Someone said that he's going to go swing a beer.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh boy.
I think a swing of beer is basically a shot.
You're clearly not going by those rules.
See that? That was
God, it's so weird seeing
Oh,
ice.
yeah.
Ice was so big.
It is huge. It's like as big as Sean Bean.
Yeah, we got to. So Lindsay and I went to a pretty cool. Oh man, I got distracted because I love this part so much. I was such a nerdy ass Stark stan. As anyone listening will begin to understand why I cry like a bitch during every episode of Game of Thrones if any sort of Stark thing happens.
We went to the. It was.
Shame.
Oh, I think I have the word. Wow, I'm getting sloppy.
We got to go
I've done
to.
that the last 3 times. So don't feel bad, yeah.
We got to go to a pretty cool like Game of Thrones experience thing.
At 18.
Yeah, at an AT&T store downtown, and like ice was pretty much. We were like just standing and marveling. at
One of my
ice.
friends works at AT&T, and I went there for their Justice League experience,
Oh, cool.
which was probably not as cool as Game of Thrones experience, but
Game of Thrones is cool. We actually got to meet Isaac.
I'm so.
oh
Right,
yeah, the artist formerly known as Bran.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny because we like figured that there was probably going to be someone from the show, so we were trying to get.
Oh,
like,
we
who's
knew.
it going to be? And
Yeah.
then I peeked backstage.
And saw that it was
Very
Isaac.
nice.
We knew.
They were like, "What the fuck are you doing, lady?" And Lindsay was like, "Press pass."
Don't
It
worry.
wasn't even that. I just my journalistic instincts kick in, and I'm like, I'm gonna figure out.
We knew. We knew it was going to be someone. We knew someone was going to be there. They were like,
They hyped it
Shame.
Oh, God, again.
Justice League. They had a whole
Yeah.
VR thing that was broke.
They
When I got, that was broke when I
up. There was a VR thing.
Yeah, we didn't do it though.
We didn't do it. We were like, We wanted to be up close.
Yeah.
Isaac's like
Worth it too. He was so lovely.
Yeah.
He was like really endearing, and like funny and very kind.
Yeah.
I was thinking on Sat. No, we're not gonna pause it. You just have to
We just have to
run.
run.
That's in the
I'm
podcast,
gonna
baby.
do it, yeah.
You know, Lindsay and Max
I'm
P
getting
now.
ready for it. That's why I announced it.
I actually really have to also, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, it's not. We're not long enough in.
We should also probably
Honestly,
say more.
I'm lying to everyone right now.
Shame.
I just need to fart.
Let it go, babe.
You keep saying funny stuff before I have to drink, and I drool it all over.
Max
I'm
is
already on my third.
what?
I don't understand how this. He's also. How are mine different? Sorry,
I'm pouring pretty much full.
mine have
but
been
a
like
little bit of
that.
room.
I don't understand.
Are you drinking it?
No, I'm absolutely not. Watch it. There's video proof. I haven't been drinking it at all. I just.
That's true. I'll go back later and check
I
the
think we're
video.
probably all pouring at different lengths, like
Yeah.
each time, and so sometimes it catches up.
I mean, I'm almost on my third beer.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't started my third yet, so this is. So that's pouring time. We're watching them get their dire wolf pops.
Only 5 dire wolves. That's
Yeah.
it? Wow, how strange.
Yeah.
One for each of the true-born Stark children.
Shame.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and look, there's also a little baby squid in there too. Darren, you can have the squid.
I love that Theon was like, yeah, I'll kill some puppies.
Yeah, he's like really into
He was
killing-
so ready.
He like was excited about it.
It's true.
This is interesting to know that John is
Yeah,
Lyanna's kid, like how much extra sad that is.
it is.
Yeah, and I'd be curious. I don't know if it's ever been stated or not, but was Sean Bean told
Yes,
anything?
he knew.
No, he didn't. He didn't know.
He didn't know that it was.
Yeah, he said, I think in an interview recently that he didn't know.
Because
But
I
I don't.
thought he said that he did. I'm
I
pretty
He
thought-
sure.
played
yeah,
it
I don't know.
so well.
The one I think of all the time is like Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
About Snape.
Shame.
The books hadn't even been finished.
Right.
So
Right.
I was just curious if it was a similar case with Ned Stark.
I know he knew something because he said stuff like,
He went up to George R. R. Martin, and George R. R. Martin was like, "Look, I don't even know how these books are going to end."
true. They just used.
I
fan
love,
theory.
like, it's so great knowing what we know now and seeing Theon give like
Yeah.
John shit since he's like really higher up on that food chain.
We also know that like the tables will be turned. pretty
Yeah,
soon.
exactly. Like Theon is. I love seeing Theon be such a little shit this early
My
on.
favorite scene of last season was John and Theon.
That
like,
yeah, that moment was so. I mean, it was,
You guys, we talked about. I remember you guys saw it as like an important moment and stuff. You know,
I
like
did.
me and Sean were like, "Yeah, this is how you pep talk somebody who you want to just go the fuck away."
No, because
Like,
oh,
You
God.
give them a little bit of encouragement and you send them packing. Like John was like, "Get the fuck away from you."
I think the
he
thing
literally
is that
calls him
like
his brother though. He's like, or he calls him
Dude,
one of Ned's
you will
Stark's-
say, if you really want someone to like, just go the other direction,
Oh, look how
you'll butter them
young.
up. You'll butter them up, and you'll be like,
Oh,
"You
Jimmy
got
looks
this,
so
buddy.
young."
You got this. Just go away,
I guess
please."
I'm not a dude.
Wait,
Yeah. that was a funny moment because me and Sean were like, yeah, we had different readings on
Yeah.
it.
well, so the thing is too. Okay,
Yeah, we
I
should
love
talk.
that
Jamie
Jamie
and
just
Simpson.
introduces himself very specifically as your brother.
They originally filmed the pilot
Yeah,
and had to refilm it because it was too confusing, like who everyone's
Mhm.
Wasn't
relationships were.
certain actors
So
different?
there were Catelyn's actor was different, and
Is that viewable anywhere?
no.
No.
Apparently it was really bad. Like Dan
I would
Dave.
love.
I would love to see the
Yeah.
terrible Game of
So,
Thrones.
yeah, I want to see it too. But I think and Daenerys' actress was different
Oh, I
Shame.
forgot again.
Daenerys was played by Dolly Parton.
Yeah, absolutely. For
She's
them
actually played
titties.
by this really interesting actress who her name's like Tasman something.
Yeah.
She looks actually very young, and I actually was because
In us, I will speak for both of us, is that like Lindsay and I have both grown up and we have family members who are not blood family, like on a really deep level. And so that idea of being like John telling Theon, like, you're both
was part of our family.
Being like, you know, you're both. Like, you're also a Stark, despite the fact that it's not by blood. Like, it's really sweet. And so
that's great, and that's what art's supposed to be. Art is supposed to be subjective.
Yeah.
You know, like Sean and I were both just like, John's like, I got White Walkers, I got dragons, I got all this shit going on. Like, yeah, go take a ship and find your fucking sister. I don't give a shit. Like,
I mean, that's the end. That's the end line for sure, where he's like, "Well, then go and do it." We should probably talk about this episode. The last one. We've already drank. We're all on our fourth beer. We've already drank. We're all on our fourth beer. Third beer. We're all on our third beer.
So Catelyn and Ned are under the werewood tree?
Yeah.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
No, she's just like, oh, John Aaron's dead.
Oh, that means we're going to meet sweet, perfect angel Kate Dickey at some point, which I might.
Not in this episode.
Not in this one?
No, she's not until like
license.
Oh, yeah.
She gets a letter.
Oh, we don't, yeah, because.
We don't meet her.
You know, I've had the movie The Witch in my collection for like a year, and I just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
She's amazing.
One of my favorite movies.
She's amazing.
Is she contractually obligated to breastfeed and everything?
She talked about that at the convention. She's lovely. She's a lovely angel.
I met her drunkenly at Con of Thrones last year, and all I could say was like, "I love you, the witch." She's like, "Thanks." I was like, "No, but really, I love you."
Kate, if you listen to this, we clearly love you.
Well, now we're like friends with her.
Yeah.
Prometheus was on TV the other day, and she got killed by the engineer, and I was like, "Quick, just milk him real quick." Like, that's how you
so when we all went to go see, when we went to see The Force Awakens, she's in it for a minute.
She's Jedi.
3 beers when we went to see The Last Jedi.
Also, the dad from Witch was in a deleted scene. He was also Ironborn guy.
Wait, this scene is amazing because they're all flexing.
Yeah, the shirtless scene.
What's up, bro?
If I weren't curious about me crying for the rest of this is when I would take my shot. Because I got a lot of feelings.
About abs.
Yeah, for real.
This was, if you listen to like interviews with them,
they said they were having a flexing contest.
And they all like dieted months for like that 10 seconds.
I love it. Wait, what was that? Oh, so when we went to see The Last Jedi, so anymore I don't watch previews before I see movies because I want to be surprised. I have a movie pass, so I'm like kind of like dollar Billy, I'll go see whatever. But I also was obviously very excited to see The Last Jedi. Nobody told me that Kate was in it. That Kate was in that beginning scene.
I don't even think anybody really knew because it's like
I didn't.
I saw it. So I saw it at a press screening, and I knew that Kate Dickey, and I kind of forgot, and I almost said something to you.
Yeah, you guys were all. Oh no! Oh boy!
Oh no!
I forgot to.
Oh no! Oh no!
I think we watched. It was either Riverdale or Force Awakens.
It was Riverdale. We were watching Riverdale, and you almost said it.
I almost did, and then I was like, I don't want to spoil you, but I didn't realize that you were going to actually be like emotional.
I did. I saw Kate, and I squealed so loud that the dude in front of us turned around and shot me like a real rude ass look, and I was like, "It's my friend. I'm sorry." I was so excited about it, had no idea, and lost my mind. I was so taken aback by it. It took me totally out of the movie, and then I was like, I was ready to cry. And then I did a lot because The Force Awakens.
We're about
to Last Jedi.
About to see some Lannisters.
Yeah, right.
And the Hound, my personal favorite.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have.
Boyfriend.
I have a picture of the Hound. I'm like, whoa, oh no.
Ooh, that felt really fast.
I felt too fast. Yeah.
Time has started changing.
They're gonna get faster.
She was saying that.
They're gonna get faster.
Yeah, that like the drunk.
Time starts moving in different ways.
I don't feel like drunk yet, but I feel like
I don't feel drunk either, but I feel like there is an alcohol in my body.
Right. I think we're gonna drink more than this.
I think so too. Yeah.
Because we're not even halfway through the episode. And that box is almost gone.
Oh, fuck you about that. It's
I
not
don't know
your
if I ended
fault.
up driving one of your cans, but I was like, am I really on free?
Yeah.
4.
Jesus.
Yeah. I still have like maybe 2 shots left in this.
Yeah.
Lindsay's somehow magically.
I think I'm just pouring too much, or
Oh, they all look so young.
yeah.
Oh, this is what's gonna do it if anything is.
I love this. This is one of my favorite pieces of beer.
It's really lovely.
Yeah.
It's also
I
like
thought this was like the cheesiest.
it is, yeah.
It
But,
is,
like-
but I like it.
Everything else is so like
It's
Because
like
this is not a visual piece of media, I just gave Joffrey the
everything's like so
Very
either so
passionately.
intense or so emotional
right, but
that
this-
when you get like the regal shit, it's like, dude, fuck you, Lord of the Rings guy. You know?
but, right.
Hey!
On
Sorry.
it was a hound.
What's that?
Hey boy. I think it was purposeful because like
Right,
emotion's
right.
about to get grim, so
Shit's
you're
about to
just
get
kinda
grim,
happy
so
with
yeah,
this.
and this is the
Our
presentation
boy Bobby B for the
of-
first
of-
time.
This is the presentation before we see the facade.
right
fall
before the
away.
music gets really depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we very quickly see how the facade falls. We see right away. Like I love this shot. I think this shot coming up kind of sets the tone of the whole show, where when he fucking goes like this to Ned.
Yeah. This
That's
like
one of my favorite things.
this very
Because
serious.
I didn't know, because at this point, you know, as me as like a new fan, like getting into it and shit, I was like, is this like a really nerdy Lord of the Rings thing,
Oh no.
or do they keep it real? And then like, you know, he keeps it real with Ned real quick.
Yeah, no, I like that too. That like all of their regal stuff falls away, and they're just
Right,
like
right.
frozen.
Yeah.
Almost when he goes like that, he's like, okay, all right, we're done. Like, come on. Like,
Oh no.
Gross.
Oh, no. We gotta pause. So I've paused.
I'm gonna pee. This is my time to pee.
Run. Oh.
No, no. Oh, no.
I have an uncle. He's my dad's brother who bears more than a little passing resemblance
to Bobby B.
Yeah, so my mom always calls it. Yeah, my mom always calls my uncle Game of Thrones King. She doesn't know anybody's name, so she's like,
9 years. Oh, Cersei.
"Here are all my non-kids."
Yeah. The only time we see Cersei outside of King's Landing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
isn't that
true.
wild?
Wow, yeah.
We
no.
never see her outside of King's Landing.
I feel like
Shame.
every time.
Excuse me.
Lindsay did a great bathroom.
I feel like they're gonna take. I feel like the new Avengers movie is gonna have to like take a page from Game of Thrones book, where like if you're dealing with so many characters, the only way you have it make sense is that you lock it into locations.
Yeah.
So it's like we're gonna have the characters who are in Wakanda, the characters who are in New York.
Yeah.
I mostly just ran back because this is my favorite Cersei outfit.
It's so good. Like, it's not
so
my
good.
favorite, but it's really good.
It's fine. It looks like you could buy it at Free
It
People.
feels. It looks pretty modern. You know?
It does,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, I would buy that coat.
I love that she's wearing red.
No, it looks so good on her. It's like gold.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sam, you were outside, but Sam pointed out that this was the.
It's the only time you see
we
Cersei
see her outside
yeah.
King's Landing, which that was
Actually,
like
that's
a
not true.
light
We
bulb.
see her
Like,
on the King's Road when Lady gets
Oh,
killed.
well,
you know,
from
this-
here onward, once
This
she
is
gets
what
to
I
King-
mean.
I
Like,
knew that very specifically. From, like,
King's
actually-
Landing is her Hotel California.
No, no.
You check in, you don't check out.
Shame.
His first few episodes are.
it's the, yeah.
The Crypts.
Oh, shit.
I want there to
Yes.
be like a VR game of the Crypts of Winterfell.
I don't.
Would that be-
I'll cry.
What, you shoot zombies with a
No,
shotgun?
you just
Like,
get
what
to
would
explore. It's for like nerds. Like you get to
Oh,
walk
okay.
around and look at all the statues.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so like this. Oh, man.
That exists. It's called Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is just Game of Thrones. Elder Scrolls is Game of Thrones for furries.
Oh, then I'd love it.
Yeah, I fucking.
You probably would.
What do you think I was doing before I got here? Like, why do you think it took me so long to like get here?
You were watching
I was-
furry VR porn.
I was leveling up my sorcerer.
Wait,
Who
imagine.
is a lizard, but you pointing that out just makes you the asshole.
Wait, imagine an alternate universe. Ned says no to being the hand of
Yes.
the king right now. They all live happily ever after. There is no Game of
And that would be a
Thrones.
boring show.
Yeah.
It would be such a boring show.
Also,
There is
shit would
nothing.
Shit would still happen eventually because the White Walkers would
Yeah,
still
yeah,
come
yeah,
down.
Right, yeah.
Like there would still be a show in there somehow.
Maybe more prepared for him this
Also,
time
like
around.
Littlefinger would swoop in
Also,
somehow.
and John would still go to the wall.
Yes, because he goes.
And
to
John,
the wall.
if anything, they would, everything would work out for the best because John would do the same thing. He'd go over to the wall and he'd be like, "Oh, let me tell my dad, not dad, about all this White Walker bullshit."
And then he would come up and they would be rangers on the wall.
Oh wait, we're about to see the blondest level of Tyrion.
Yeah. This was like, I think this was from the original pilot.
Yeah.
This specific shot.
Because his hair is it's different.
He looks so fucking
different in this scene than it even is in the rest of the episode.
Ross! Oh, we get to meet her.
Ross is going to be a
yeah. It's weird seeing Peter Dinklage. Oh,
Shame.
God. I keep forgetting.
Ross
got that good ass. No, we get to meet her. I'm really excited.
She dated Sean Bean IRL.
I knew that.
Yeah.
He sounded psyched about it. I understand.
They're pretty redheads together. Sean Bean's like kind of a redhead.
Yeah.
It's more like a sandy blonde.
I mean,
one thing you need to know about me is that I'm really psyched about fellow redheads.
Yeah, Lindsay is a redhead who loves other redheads above all else, except the number one is Carrie Fisher, and then all of the redheads.
Yeah, I get that too, because like I noticed like in Black Panther, like Michonne from Walking Dead, she was like, I was like, okay, so she uses her sword with her left hand. She's rocking a staff and this with the left. I'm like, yeah, left-handed representation. That's what Black Panther was about.
No, it's true. Like when you are a thing that's not always super represented.
Yeah.
You latch on.
You want that thing,
which obviously for us as white people is a way less.
you gotta his left eye is a little crooked. I feel like that's my dude right there.
Right.
I always, as a left-handed person, it only ever pops up in serial killer movies whenever they're like, well, the killer's left-handed, but he's trying to pretend like he's right-handed to throw us off.
Yeah,
Aria's a left,
and Maisie Williams, who's a right-handed person, trained herself in left-handed.
Which is so wild. Did you not know that?
That's pretty metal.
That's so cool, isn't it? Oh, wait.
She can come to the left-handed cookout.
She can come to the cookout. I love this so much. Like, there's no... Okay, Sean Bean said that he didn't know. There's no way he didn't know. With the way that he reacts to this shit. There's no way.
Shame.
Oh, it's getting closer. Also, it always bothers me that this Lyanna statue looks nothing like who they eventually
Yeah, right.
What is it?
They kept it vague, I'm sure on purpose, because they're like,
That's right.
But also they say that when they see Ned's later, where they're like,
it
doesn't look like him.
Right?
Yeah.
It's an era without photographs.
Yeah,
right.
the moral of the story is Winterfell needs a new stonemason.
Yeah, right. Although they should have made it look like Maisie.
Right, because they always say.
We got our first Dany sighting.
That's a little annoying because you're like, it's like Pentos, and then it's like that ends up not being important at all.
Right.
The fact that they're in Pentos.
They should in the books, but not really in the.
They should have like a Rogue One, where like because I thought Rogue One was, as a Star Wars fan, was kind of weird, where like they graphics popped up for all the planets they went to, and I'm like, that's
yeah.
That's weird.
Shame.
But then when they go to Mustafar and Vader's castle, they leave it blank.
Oh, do they?
They intentionally leave that one blank.
That's one of my 5 million problems with Rogue One, which is my least favorite Star Wars movie. I hate it worse.
Really?
I hate it worse than the prequels.
You hate it more than the prequels? I would say it's like comparable to the prequels.
Yeah.
I would say like Revenge of the Sith, which is the best of the prequels,
Revenge of the Sith,
is unilateral and interchangeable with Rogue One in terms of quality.
Oh no!
Sure, I'm sorry. I don't think it's a worse movie necessarily than the prequels, but I just hate it.
Like if I want to watch a bad Star Wars movie.
I know. I'm sorry. I got very distracted by what's happening in the episode, which is that
Harry Lloyd must like saw his sister's tits.
No.
This always makes me really uncomfortable.
This area.
Even if it was like not brother and sister, it's kind of
it's just
because there's just a girl in the background like pouring hot
Shame.
like pouring her tea kettle into the bath.
And then she went home that night and she's like, this shit I saw at work today. These Targaryen motherfuckers.
We're gonna run out of beer.
Yeah. As a woman, we've all had a moment where we're like, I'm gonna have a bath because I hate everything.
Yeah. Do you need another beer?
Not yet,
Do you?
almost.
I just like this one.
I like so much.
You're running through them.
Like we're all pouring out the same.
Yeah,
We are.
She
Sam,
gave us.
Sam
She gave
accused
us.
me of drinking more, and I was like,
I
"This
have.
video
For the people that are still with us, she gave us the Game of Thrones shot glasses.
Yeah.
She thought she gave me the Bolton one for some reason. I ended up with the Baratheon one, so
She's got a Baratheon.
not too bad. But
Yeah.
she wanted to give.
She has Baratheon.
Sam wanted to give me the fucking Bolton one. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
The
I'm like,
emotional spec.
Well, Max is a special. God.
Shame.
Max is very special. We love him very much. But he doesn't have. There's your culprit.
That is what it is, I'm sure. But I'm like fully clearing.
So I just pointed out that
What happened to this fucking guy?
Illyrio. So Illyrio in the books, I don't know.
He's more. Yeah, I
Yeah.
read the books after getting into the show. Yeah,
So there's
he's
a plot
him
line.
and Spider and the third Targaryen.
Well, there's a
bullshit.
plot line. Do you know this, Sam? There's a
No.
plot line. It's not a spoiler because it's not going to be in the show. There's a plot line
Thankfully,
in the
it's
books
not going to be in the show.
where oh my god, what's his name? I'm too drunk to remember.
Spider,
Oh,
him
my.
and Spider.
we got our
Right.
first cow
Khal
sighting.
Drogo. There's a plot line in the books that one of the Trueborn heirs
Oh,
who you think is dead
Yeah.
actually
It
isn't.
seriously reads like you're reading a teleprompter from
It's Aegon, right?
wrestling. Like it reads like.
Yeah.
How did this go? Oh, who is that? Oh, there's another Targaryen. He's got a chair.
my God!
He's got
My God!
And that's when you're like, George R. R. Martin doesn't
My
know
God,
what he's
my
doing.
God, he came in with the pile driver. This new Targaryen. Like, it's seriously.
My God, Khal Drogo is cut in half.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
totally how it is.
So we're getting our first Khal Drogo sighting here.
Yeah.
Let's say it is a sight to be seen.
I think Jason Momoa is like doesn't even exist.
He
He's
is
like a human.
Horrifyingly beautiful. Morgan
Yes.
met him.
I present to you Arthur Curry of Atlantis.
He's
Yeah.
beautiful.
He looks like, but he's also like cool.
Now,
Yeah.
Following
that,
him.
Yeah.
now that I've seen Justice League, I want him, this scene where he's checking out Daenerys, I want him to just be like, oh yeah.
Does he say that in Justice?
He says like, I don't know, he says like a bunch of Kool-Aids.
Crap.
He says like a bunch of like, just like
Shame.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
God.
this is where we're like
What a
Cyborg
nerd.
saves him from falling. He's all like, my man. Like,
I didn't see Justice League, but I actually want to see the Aquaman standalone because I like James Wan.
I
oh
do
yeah,
too.
yeah.
But also because I know that gif of
I
just
love
Jason
James
Momoa in the
Wan.
water.
I'm so happy
I'll watch the
for
whole movie for
just
it.
him as a filmmaker.
Me too.
Just because like it's
You're
like
a horror fan.
it's like let's give it to the Saw guy.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
And
give it to
I-
the Conjuring guy.
And I love horror movies, but I hate gore porn. So I am not a fan of the Saw movies.
Well, so
the
he
Saw
did the
movies
first-
are great. The
first-
Saw movies are. I will
I
fight
can't
people in
do
the
it.
streets over this. The
I can't
Saw
do it.
movies are fantastic.
I
All
trust
of
you,
them
but like
are fantastic.
Also, the first Saw
I can't
movie,
do gore porn though.
The first Saw movie
yeah.
has barely any gore in
The
it.
first one barely has any gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
first one,
rewatched it recently and I was like, this is actually
that was
nothing
even like it didn't get the like 3 is when it started to get really good.
Shame.
He stayed on and produced like he stayed on for like the whole like first.
Yeah, but wasn't he like an
3.
executive producer?
And I think well no he could no he actually co-wrote I think the third. I could be wrong about this but one thing I like about the new one like the kind of soft reboot they did is they were like
Oh,
we're gonna
sorry.
go away from the gore a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
Wait, let's.
Anyway,
I
brother,
mean,
sister,
yeah.
we knew that this was going to happen once we
It's.
started
I
drinking.
know
It's like,
he's
we're gonna
such an
start-
ass. Well, obviously we're gonna get off kilter, but
I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna get like typecast as like a rapey guy.
have you like seen him outside of this?
Yeah,
And
he
he's
doesn't
beautiful. He looks nothing like
He was in a 2-parter. He was the main villain of a Doctor Who 2-parter from like right before when this started, and he was
Oh,
very.
this is going to get me.
I know.
This
Let's
might
talk
be-
about this soft Sansa moment where like
These are my two favorite-
Shame.
These are my 2 favorite characters. All of them.
no, well, gingers.
Catelyn and Sansa.
But this idea of like
I love
Sansa
him.
gets so much shit in this series, and it's because like she's been raised
To want to be a princess.
to want to be a princess, to
Yes.
be soft, to do this shit, and like you can tell Catelyn doesn't.
She's a little afraid of Sansa and like what she's become.
Exactly.
But also knows that she like kind of contributed to this idea of like you're going to be of noble birth or noble whatever raising. And she's annoying. Like sure, Sansa's annoying in this.
She's also
fucking,
a
like,
literal
12.
child. Yeah. Like
baby.
I'm such a Sansa apologist. She's a child.
Sansa has
like,
become my favorite character.
Yes.
Because
I have like too many feelings about Jon.
because of the road, you know, like you have to like she's the kind of character like people judge too hard. I think when they say, "Oh, this character's annoying, that character's annoying," but you know, like maybe that's part of the arc, and then this character's gonna come like full fucking circle and find out who they are as a character, and like she's the one that I think that they nailed, I think, in the show, but they nailed her now because they spent fucking 6 years abusing the shit out of her.
Also, Sophie Turner is just an incredible actor.
So good.
And, like, how can you even? That's the thing that's like really.
Hey, this asshole.
I know, Benjen.
Qui-Gon.
The thing is that, like, whenever people shit on Sansa in favor of Arya, where they're like, "Fuck Sansa, I love Arya," I never get it because. Sansa would not have survived where Arya is, and Arya would not have survived where Sansa is.
Right.
They're
both
two
warriors,
sides. They're two sides of the
yeah.
same coin. Like,
and that's why it's so cool to have them together now.
Yes, like they've played the
together,
game.
They're gonna fucking kill
they can
everyone.
win. They can win the tag team title.
Yeah, exactly.
Shame.
Oh man, yes.
I
We're
watched
the Hardy Girls.
I watched
That one was physically hard for me.
It was really difficult.
I watched the Avengers episode, the one where they all went north of the wall together. I watched that one with my mom, and and Benjen comes out, and my mom is just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like,
it's Benjen.
Yeah, my mom is not like she's not on Wikipedia, you know. So when a half Freddy Krueger faced guy comes out of the snow, yeah. My 60-year-old mom was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" Like, go back to Tyrion. She likes Tyrion. She remembers all the Tyrion shit.
My mom loves Jon, and I also, obviously, I've like so many feelings about Jon Snow. And I have a tattoo for him, a real big one on my leg. Like, I love him. Wait.
Almost excellently.
I've done that a few times.
I'm gonna go. Our beer's room is out, so I'm gonna go grab our next spot.
We should listen to this.
There's another
it's real
box.
nice.
I thought we were just gonna like kill ourselves after this.
Oh no, we gotta keep going. Wait, a really, really great line by Tyrion. No. The first, like, I feel like this is the first solid Tyrion bit of advice of all dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes. Like,
in the book,
give them what you are, motherfucker.
Because at first you think like Tyrion might just be like swinging dick dude,
right?
And this is the only time that Tyrion got me until this last
deeper
season.
Than that.
Also, in the book, this is one of my favorite moments because it describes.
No.
In the book, it describes Tyrion is walking away and his shadow being the size of a full-grown man.
Oh, no!
Sorry, I'm going to make you cry. The episode is in black.
Oh, it might be close to my Millard shot. I really don't like it. I don't want to do it. It's going to suck. I want to make it through this episode without crying.
Did they ever explain why Qui-Gon was in Winterfell?
He's just there for this.
Oh,
it's like a big celebration.
He's
they're allowed to leave the wall if it's for something like this.
Like a funeral.
Our second winter is coming.
Because like they talk about that.
I was gonna say, why didn't Sam get to go to his dad's funeral? But I remembered he was at Hogwarts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
God, that one.
That one came real fast.
That's the first one that snuck up on me because it was literally the same shot of fucking Ned and Qui-Gon talking.
I would say we're pretty far in, and I'm drunk. I mean,
I'm getting kind of repulsed by old stuff.
I still love it.
Poor Caitlin, like not realizing she's talking to a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Like she's just trying to chop it up, you know, like
she's taking out, chopping it up.
Hey, we have the same job basically, right?
Oh God, I feel like this is Sansa's first moment of like Cersei asking, "Have you bled yet?"
Yeah,
it's her first moment of
Also,
being like, "Oh fuck."
The scene was filmed in 2 different years.
The first.
So this one was from the original pilot of Sansa, and then they had to refilm all the other stuff because they recast Catelyn.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Also, yeah, that would have been a bitch to like reshoot any of the shit. No. Did they replace any of the kid actors? No, right? Because you can't. You gotta like.
You can't do that.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking.
Oh, that one came up real fast. Well.
All the kid actors are gonna be like, you know, cashing in their social security checks while you're doing reshoots.
Right. Oh man, this is starting to get
going real fast.
We still
fucking dude bro over here, like
still have like 30 minutes.
No, we don't have 30 minutes. Okay.
This is the most fun part about treading through the old shit now is see, like for me is like the Ned and Jamie stuff, knowing that they shared a very bizarre moment in their lives together.
Right.
Well, wait. So here's the weird thing: is they shared a very bizarre moment in their lives, but also now. Sorry, a real nice Sansa already bit that got me. But now, fuck me. But now Jamie's going to Winterfell to be a part.
I hope they treat him like shit.
They're not going to.
I hope they treat him like dog shit.
Jamie has such a good arc.
I hope that like they like make him shovel horse shit.
They're not going to.
They aren't.
Let's talk about Ned and Catelyn love each other.
Okay, so whenever there's like quizzes that are like, which Game of Thrones like location do you want to live in? I always pick Winterfell because in the books
the hearths look very
well, and it's described that there's hot water pouring through all of the walls.
Yeah.
To like keep it insulated, and I just think it's so cool. And it just seems cozy and
Let's talk about how Ned and Catelyn are like the only couple who actually give a shit about each other until Dany and Cat, but like
that's kind of weird.
It's weird, yeah.
If I had to live anywhere, I would live in where's Oberyn from?
Dorne.
Dorne, because that's where all the Puerto Rican chicks are in Westeros.
Oh no. That's
That's where like the Boricua Fest is happening.
I can't see Maester Lewin and not get upset.
Yeah, he has a sad death too. That might be a
he had like a meaningful, kind of purposeful passing.
Well, he also was like one of the only people who got like a good death.
Most of the
people got to like have a final word.
He did.
I have a hard time balancing sometimes my fandom of Thrones and my fandom of Doctor Who because everybody shows up on both shows. Yeah. Like
if you're
everybody, and Lewin was like, he was just a total dick in Doctor Who. I'm like, Lewin, what are you doing, man?
I feel that way with Harry Potter and Game of Thrones because a lot of them are also shared, or like
wait till next,
like the Catelyn.
Shame.
The Catelyn actress plays a bitchy mom in Misfits.
Right.
Like it's basically if you've watched anything else. Any other British show?
Well, yeah. I joke a lot with like Gunny and Joyce and stuff about how like because we're all nerds and fan of shit. Like Britain basically seems like this high school where like there's 400 people in attendance and you know all of them. If you're a fan of movies,
it's such a small country too.
Yeah.
Like,
so there's like 4. It's especially with like horror movies too. I'm like I can tell this movie was shot in Toronto.
Right.
Because Callum Keith Rennie is in it. You know?
right. Just like the same actors start popping up. Did you go pee?
I did.
I didn't know where you were like going off to.
Podcasting, baby.
Pee it. I keep looking at my underwear.
Oh no! I haven't cried.
I was looking at my Malort shot and I realized I should have taken it by now. I should have taken it when because I like dogs.
When the Starks were happy?
No, because I like dogs more than people, so it should have been the dire wolf.
There's still so much that has
scene.
to happen. incest.
Yeah.
I just feel like Danny hasn't been raped yet.
Oh
The first one?
Yeah,
Isn't
and
it?
Brienne hasn't fallen off.
Oh, right, yeah.
no. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. We're at least 4 beers deep.
Oh, at least like
I'm on,
You're
I'm on
5 deep.
Cinco.
I'm on 5.
I'm a little ahead, but like
She's doing a great job. I'm starting 5.
I don't know how I got ahead. We can like track the evidence back.
Yeah.
That'll be the post show.
I think Us
Power is
watching-
power.
Power is
Power.
power. Oh no.
Where we gather the evidence.
And well, I was gonna say our first like boning scene, but it's not because Tyrion.
He was just getting blowjobs though.
he
But
was
then he
almost. He almost got it
We also
in.
got a vagina shot in that like scene,
True.
Thanks, Rose.
which is kind of rare. I mean, you see naked women a lot. You don't see vagina.
You know. This is wild. It's like, it's strange because I haven't watched this in so long. And like, everyone looks so different.
Yeah.
It's really weird to see Danny, like, look fragile.
We're having worked at many 4 a.m. bars. I've seen that exact thing happen.
Yeah.
Where someone's just
Oh,
fucking somebody else
did you see-
doggy style.
Did you see
And
Danny's
then-
tiny baby braid?
Shame.
His tiny baby brain.
I would rewind it if this were not a podcast where we have to keep watching it. Wait until they do like the back view
Yeah,
again.
they do a full back view and Drogo
Look
gets
at-
her.
She doesn't have a braid. She has like tiny ponytails. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the beginning of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a full shot also because he gives her her horse face.
Yeah.
Ooh, I am definitely.
We're all drunk. It's fine.
I like want to take my bra off. That's right.
The best part is this is a podcast. this shit.
Half of it's being. Oh, no one's watching right now. I might just take it off. It's like a bralette. Reporter. No, it's okay. No, I can't do it. I can't do it in like a smooth way. I just keep being like.
Thanks for listening. Yeah. Oh, we got our first Dora. This is for Joe.
This is for our friend Joe Robinson.
Hey, Joe. Dora's still got his #1 shirt on. He's very handsome. I wasn't attracted to Jorah at this point.
Well, I drank 6 old style.
Are you on 6?
I just finished.
I'm
6.
catching up.
Yeah, you have to take a shot because you missed.
I heard it.
You did. Are you on? You're on 7?
I'm on 7.
I'm on 5.
I'm going
I'm gonna start
I
4.
just opened. I'm like halfway through mine.
She's doing something though.
No, I'm really not. I'm not like sneaking drinks or anything. I think I'm just maybe pulling more like.
That's
pouring
fair.
more.
Yeah, I'm probably doing a bad job.
Do you know that Beyonce owns these eggs in real life?
I didn't know that.
Of course,
You're
because of course
fucking
she does.
kidding me? You're lying.
No, Jay-Z bought them for Beyonce for their
Shame.
wedding. Or something, or their anniversary maybe.
What?
I'm
Like,
gonna
really?
file that under. Of course she does.
I've
Yeah.
literally never been like, oh, I wish I could marry Beyonce until that moment right there that she owns those eggs.
Yeah.
You know what though? Is Beyonce Viserion?
No.
#1 reason I would want to hang out with Beyonce, so that I also get to hang out with Rihanna.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's fair.
I only want to hang out with Beyonce because I love Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
as a collective.
I really want
more than
Beyonce and
personal.
Rihanna to do a co-headlining thing. They have like a total Goku Vegeta thing.
Jeez. Doing
They
headlines
have a
with
total Goku Vegeta thing.
theater
It would
braids.
work.
Oh, it is.
But if
Yeah.
they aren't braids, they're just braids.
They're not braids, they're ponytails. They haven't leveled up yet. Jason is so tall.
Also, Amelia.
Oh wait! Oh god! I guess I never noticed that first episode we get some Jorah jealousy where he walks
Like,
up and
out
he's
the
just like,
gate.
ugh,
Out the gate.
So much, like, so the show makes Jorah kind of like, you're like, oh, In the books, it's really disgusting because she's supposed to be like 13.
I know. We're gonna ignore that.
No, and he's like described as like this old hairy man. It's like extra weird.
Kind of terrifying right now. Like the last thing she hears before being mounted is there is no thank you in Dothraki.
Don't say mounted.
Get used to that life.
Horse
Yeah.
All right, this is my podcast. We're getting rid of the word mounted for it. We're never gonna say
he's
it
about
again.
to mount her on a mountain.
No.
Wait, so we can't ever talk about Gregor Clegane then?
Right? His name is literally.
All right, calm down.
Her dress is.
It's beautiful.
Too bad she's about to.
Oh God. Oh, no, I don't want to do a shot after that.
Sorry.
Guys, this is getting
Gregor
difficult.
needs a
I took
Gregor
half
needs a
shot
hype
that time,
squad.
so maybe we can.
You know what? I'm still on beer 5. That's fair for you. How are you that far
I
along?
don't understand. Unless one of these is maybe yours, and I just put it.
That's
there.
also. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I'm on beer 6. We're live.
Tumblr.com.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
See, this was like when the
No,
show
boy.
first became controversial.
Wait, here's a wild thing. Do you want to hear this? She's like 3 inches taller than me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, how tall are you?
5 feet. I think she's like 5'3".
Momo.
Like 6 foot 32.
6'3".
Okay, yeah. So I'm 6'2", but
I'm only 5 feet.
Shame.
This is a shameful scene.
It is. I am already uncomfortable with the shame bow. Yeah. No, I'm it's weird to like see her and see how tall he is. Be like, wow, she looks so short. Be like, she is still taller than me.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
So he would be like, wait.
Yeah, I love us making chill conversation during a rape
I
scene.
mean-
Yeah, at least it comes out.
yeah, at least it cuts to the just Hound putting his boots on. Like,
Yeah.
Man,
how
look at
just-
this, like
Like
Rory,
he just smoked a cigarette, like
Right.
something very innocuous.
and this like chill Rory makeup. They did much better later on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything in this has really bad continuity with like what comes
with everything else.
The budget in the first season is so much less than the later
Shame.
season. Sorry.
Fuck ass.
Fucking ass was the right thing to say.
I thought we were done talking about Khal Drogo.
Oh God.
ass. I mean, Big Sean is from the Midwest, so that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Not Big Sean.
Not Big Sean Loftus.
We'll say Big Bobby.
No, not Big Sean Bean.
Big Sean being ice.
It's
Ice.
Right? This is like when he's about to be married. So we maybe have like 2 shots left.
We have not that much, thank
Yeah,
God.
that's like the whatever happened. Oh yeah, his direwolf gets killed when
No direwolves ever die in this show.
They all die.
when he
They
becomes
do.
when Hodor dies, basically.
Yeah,
I just saw it.
Summer.
Because they just saw him
Naturally
playing with the
started
puppy, and
to
I'm like, when does that one go?
Yeah, they all die except for like
Shame.
That Marianne goes, right?
Yeah. The other ones
Which is
just
really
live on in our hearts.
God, it's almost over. We're almost done drinking.
Oh, it's so weird to see him this young.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Did you understand that there were
little bit of role play. I'm Jamie Lannister, right?
Jamie Lannister.
I fucked my
Also-
sister. I fucked my sister on the reg.
Okay.
also
Right.
Max is wearing sunglasses right now just to make this a visual experience. He's wearing aviators, and he is also Jamie Lannister apparently.
Yeah, it's somewhere between Jamie Lannister and Rob Zombie. That's me. But so I'm Jamie Lannister, right? So at what point do you just drag Cersei and you're just like, hey, look, you're going to Winterfell. It sucks. You don't want to be there. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Let's just chill while we're in Winterfell,
Shame.
and then shit. We don't even have to wait till King's Landing. We can stop like Riverrun and fucking one of their hotels.
Okay.
Why did they have to start the whole
Do it
scene?
here?
Yeah.
Also, Jamie, aka the love interest from fucking Shrek in this movie.
Yeah, right. No, that was. I was like, holy shit! Why is he Prince Charming from Shrek 2?
He looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. Is it Shrek 2?
Shrek 2, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a
That's
doll.
a very important distinction.
He's not Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Shame.
Anything Tyrion is Lord Farquaad.
Jesus. That was 2 shots in this moment.
Hey, here's a fun thing. That one started over, so that wasn't fair. That was an extra shot.
Now we still have our. None of us cried.
None of us cried, so fuck. End of the
Give me a minute. I
episode.
need to breathe.
End of the
Are we
episode.
doing it?
Almost. Hang on.
Give me
We'll give us a minute.
Yeah, take it.
That was. I gave
I'm
this
fucking ready.
an hour. I gave this an hour. I probably need to make it longer of Power Hour. But are we ready?
That's the after show.
None of us cried. I'm kind of impressed. I thought I would at least cry.
I think if
It's
we were
my
drinking
calming influence.
any other alcohol besides old style, we might cry.
Yeah. But now it's time. Are you ready?
Yeah, we'll take this shot.
There's
and
one more viewer
we'll talk
than
to you.
Ready?
No, there's been like an alternate. Yeah.
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers! Power's Power Hour, episode
Happy
1.
Easter.
Thanks, guys. Happy Easter. He is risen. He being John, because he came alive.
I have not had a shot of my life. No.
Christ.
No, that was bad.
Oh, that was a much bigger shot than I intended it to be.
Oh.
Thanks for listening to the first episode of Power's Power Hour. We're gonna go die. Thanks. Bye.
It's never gonna get better.
Thank you for saying that.
No, I just mean every time you're gonna have to drink.
All right.
It's not like Riverdale where alternating weeks aren't as bad.
No, it's always gonna be this bad, and you have to be on every single one until you move.
Oh no.
So here's the thing. I already poured a beer shot. Oh, this was such a big shot.
Was that your Mallorca?
It was.
Didn't even finish mine.
Oh, because you did a double.
All right, so
Let's talk to these people.
there are a lot of questions, and we have answers maybe.
If
So
I don't throw
Hold
up.
all questions.
No.
he's gonna pee.
Ooh, I'm
Okay.
gonna puke.
No, don't puke,
No, I'm not-
please.
I'm not gonna puke here.
So we are in episode 1. We just watched it,
Yes.
recorded it. I did pause this, save it.
Did you save it already? Do that before anything.
Thank you. Save as Power is Power Hour podcast.
There we go.
Done did it. All right. So now we're ready to answer all one of your questions.
No, there's more.
It's so sad. Yeah. Of course we're gonna cry.
I
We've
watched
already.
it.
Do you know us? Do you know us at all? We're gonna cry so much. Honestly, you have our undivided attention.
Ask away.
We
There's
do.
only
We
3
do
of
watch
you.
Westworld.
I don't.
Yeah,
He
he's never
doesn't.
seen
I
it.
don't.
But Lindsay and I watch Westworld. So we're
Watch
gonna watch.
Battlestar Galactica. It's the better version of Westworld.
The better version of The Last Jedi.
I'm super hyped
Yeah,
for season
that
2,
too.
but I'm gonna be in the UK for the first 3 episodes. That's
3?
so
I thought you were
long.
there for 2 weeks.
No, we're gonna be there for almost a month.
Jesus.
For I think it's 21 days. I'm gonna be in the UK, so I'm not gonna be able to see the first, I think, 3 episodes.
Who are you expecting to die next season in Game of Thrones?
Oh no! Did somebody ask that?
Yeah.
Fuck you. So many people are gonna die.
I think Cersei's gonna die.
I think Cersei's gonna die too.
I think Jamie's gonna die. I think almost everyone's gonna die except for.
I think Jamie's gonna die, but I don't want him to.
I think
I'm with Loftus, man. Jamie should have died this last season.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. What do you think about my boy the Hound?
Oh, he's like death proof. He's death proof.
I think he's gonna
They
die.
death
I
proof
think-
too many characters.
Theon will never die?
Is
I
a
thought you were
problem.
pointing at Max and just like,
No.
get out.
Not Max.
You're like, how do you feel about my boy the Hound?
No, yeah.
This one. This one. Wait, no, this one.
Don't you think they death proof too many characters?
Troy says that the Hound and Sansa will end up being lovers.
Oh, guess what? I'm
Sansan.
doing a
That has a name,
panel.
Sansan.
I'm doing a panel at Con of Thrones about.
Wait, so Sue asked me if I could do
You're doing Love Westeros style.
Westerosi style. Should I do it?
Yeah.
Gonna live decision make it.
I'm doing an actual panel about Sansa and the
I'm gonna do a shot for Sansa.
Like a Beauty and the Beast narrative.
If I were going to Con of Thrones, I would also be doing a panel about why Bronn is the middle class hero we need. I would be doing it in the alley behind the convention center to anybody.
Buy the garbage.
Did y'all know that?
Anybody
did y'all know Max loves?
I would be like, let me tell you about Sir Bronn of the Blackwater.
Okay, wait. How long until you started caring about Jamie?
Jamie's.
I've had a lot of okay. I have a lot of feelings in general. Jamie, I feel like it was like the like time around him getting his hand cut off where I started
with
like
Brienne. That's when I started really feeling
because he had.
But I read the books before the show,
coming up.
so in the books.
How often will he be streaming? So this was our first episode of this podcast. And I think that maybe we'll probably stream the episodes as like a fun secret. Which isn't really
what
a
does
secret.
that mean? We're gonna stream the episodes as a fun secret. We're gonna
the episodes.
We're gonna show the show. So if you don't have HBO,
right.
We're like your guy.
So we'll do it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a few done before we go to the convention. So we'll probably stream them for whoever is cool enough to show up. But then again, it's recorded. It's a podcast, so you can listen to it afterwards. So
I think the live one might be a little more fun than the podcast.
Yeah, right. You guys get the weird behind the scenes of like when we're fucking up. Sort of a thing.
You guys get to know what our fashion choices are.
Which is, I have a Watchers on the Wall shirt. It's very exciting.
I have a Captain Spaulding for President shirt.
I like Captain Spaulding. Well, for President is an intense situation. Okay, I binge watched the show last October for the first time. Oh fuck! And that's how I found you guys. Hello, I'll drink to your health. Thank you. Yeah, we are hopefully healthy. How did you? Okay, so it's 2018. How did you just watch it for the first time last year? I'm curious, like, what was the thing that made you do this? You've got to answer much farther, yeah.
And you're waiting for them to type.
You got to answer much quicker. We're waiting. We're waiting. I am Clow. Ever seen One Punch Man?
Is that the anime?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I have not seen One Punch Man.
I have, but I don't have that many feelings about it. Okay. So Klaus said he didn't have an HBO, but a coworker told him about it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've like been, my mom jokes that my like litmus test for loving people is typically making them watch Game of Thrones if they haven't already, which I don't give a shit about. Like, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, it's not a big deal. Sean Bean, Charles Dance, yes, the best. They're both the best.
Who's the
Come on back. Sean Bean and Charles Dance. So now's the point where we're drunk and we will talk to you as long as you want.
I really want Charles Dance to play Dracula.
Yeah.
He was so good. Yeah, he's got a very Christopher Lee thing about him.
Yeah.
I fucking love this scene.
Hey, let's get on the beer.
Like when Joffrey is like I forget what it's like season 4 or 5, whatever.
When he like tells him to fuck off.
When he tells Joffrey to fuck off, he tells him to fuck off.
Dude, when he tells him to fuck off, it's great.
But it's like when Joffrey's sitting on the throne. He's in like so Joffrey is in his like symbolic place of power, and old man Lannister just like fucking like it's just like literally like a shot of his feet going up the steps.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's
Troy
just walking toward the throne,
right?
And I'm like that's when I was like, he needs to play Dracula.
Oh,
Troy said, when I realized Sean Bean was the bad guy in National Treasure, my childhood exploded. And Klaus said, do you think if Tyson was still alive, he would have kept his word in regards to the Army of the Dead, or would he have needed more proof?
If old man Lannister was
Tywin.
alive?
Good.
Yeah,
Tywin is what he meant.
He would have fucking smacked those zombies.
I keep thinking, like,
he every time I watch,
I'm like, man, if Tywin was still alive, this show would be so
much cooler. He would
But,
be like,
but
he would
Charles
be like-
Dance
he
did
would go from,
Tywin
villain to
so
hero.
much justice.
Yeah,
If you had like this
Because
whole,
he would be so strategic.
Yeah.
I
if you
realize
had this like
that.
zombie element
Nothing-
to
now
it,
it's
he would like become a hero.
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah.
would, you know, and we would forget about all the terrible shit that he did. You
Right.
know?
How the fuck does your leg bend
just
like
like
that?
just
Is
like
it
in
me?
real life.
Wait.
Oh, me.
Oh.
I'm actually like weirdly jointed in my legs. So I sit like normal people's like cross-legged like this, and I sit like this, which is like a really hard yoga pose, and I can just do it.
She's just very cool, is the answer.
Sorry, it's not a cool answer. I just literally.
We're like, Charles Bend, am I right?
Yeah. I always forget when I was in like elementary school and we had to do like gym class and everyone was like sitting and I was sitting this and they're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's a real thing. I mean, I'm enjoying sitting on the floor. This is, I think, the way that I do it now. It's been really nice.
You can't see how her legs are crossed.
I'm gonna run outside real quick. I need a cigarette. I can smoke.
Boys gotta smoke a cigarette. We might shut this down because we're drunk.
or we might keep it open all night for the same reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we just keep it open and
Yeah,
chat and
just-
have a fun? Okay.
Hey, if they met,
We have
Liana?
two. We have
you gotta
two
put
full.
Liana. I guarantee you, the minute you put Liana on screen,
She's sleeping.
Yeah, she's like over there in her.
If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask us. Otherwise, we're going to
Q&A
shut it the heck down. Oh. Oberyn's death set everything into motion. Tyrion wouldn't have left. Never met Jorah, and Jorah wouldn't have saved Dany.
I mean,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Here's my thing with Game of
Sorry.
Thrones is that you could pick any character, and if you tie it back
Smoke
to
it
a
real
choice,
fast.
if you tie
Go.
it back to a choice that they made, you could
Look at
also
her,
be
like,
like,
my
oh, it
shit
would
is
be
all
so
like that.
different if they didn't do this. So
Your cigarettes are right by the TV.
I know, but I also don't want to freeze my ass off,
That's fair.
so I'm layering up.
anyway, my point is that you could pick any character, take them back to a certain point, and say like, if they didn't do this, the whole show would.
No, the whole thing comes down to that moment when Bronn says, "I'll stand for the dwarf." Without
Oh,
that
God.
moment, without that
But
moment,
that scene is
nothing would
amazing.
happen.
That scene is amazing, though. Like, not a joke. It is fantastic. Please do. That scene is amazing. And that was like, oh, he's trying. So I've read the first book, and then I made a very conscious choice to stop reading them so that I could be surprised by the show, which is kind of lame, but I read it, and then I knew that, like, Morgan and Amelia read the books, and they've had this, like, attitude of not being surprised and being like, yeah, I'm waiting for this to happen. And I didn't want that. So I read the first one, and then I stopped. And I'm riding it out.
I've read them all. I've read all of them at least twice. The first one I've probably read like 5 times, but a lot of it's for work. So I am a writer who covers Game of Thrones stuff, and like you need to like know the stuff from that to like write about it. So
And I have no reason to. Like, I'm just a nerdy ass fangirl who's excited about the world. So
yeah,
I'm not a fan of
I think if
spoilers. Like, I don't want to know
yeah.
shit that's going on. I want to be surprised.
I think if that wasn't like literally my job to know what's going on, I would probably be less like, oh, sorry. I'm gonna sit down here because I feel like I'm like this giant like up there like. Ew, no, God. Ew.
So I read the first book and then intentionally stopped reading it because I
Yeah.
wanted to be surprised. And also because after the series ended, I wanted more fresh Game of Thrones content. Like, that's so lame, but I wanted to have another few books that I could read that would be surprising because I know that they're different than the show.
They're very different. Like once you get into like the 4th book, it's like barely even the same thing because there's so much difference with like the sand snakes.
But the fucked up thing is that like I didn't read them, but I still know a lot of the differences between. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, wait, what? And you guys are like, Cersei fucks everyone.
Yeah, Cersei's like straight up like bi in the books.
Who do I think is gonna be Lord Commander? I mean, like, I honestly like it's difficult because
Ed. John makes him work.
Note that I say it's difficult, and then she's like, "Here's an easy answer."
But John, when he walks away, makes him.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, I mean, that's literally who the Lord Commander is at this point.
Oh.
I have such I recognize at this point in my existence, I'm the most Stark stan that has ever been. You know this. Yeah. It's bad.
I thought I loved the Starks like a fall, and then I met Sam.
And she met me, and then I'm just a big old nerd about him.
I'm a nerd for the redhead Starks.
She's a redhead stan, and I'm just a Stark stan, where I'm like, they do things that are dumb sometimes, but I get it.
My other favorite character who is not in this first episode is Melisandre, who I
Mel's
just
really
fucking love.
Also, Mel is the third or fourth. Is Mel introduced before?
She's not until she's in the second season.
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you gonna say third or fourth Ginger?
Yeah.
She is okay. So we got Roz, Sansa, Kat, kind of Ned. I know people will fight that because he's more of a Sandy Brown, but I think he's kind of a redhead.
I don't.
I can spot a Ginger
from a mile away.
Across a mile.
So, do we think Euron? Does Euron Greyjoy amuse you?
No. So here's my thing with Game of Thrones villains is that they've all sucked since Joffrey, and it's not it's not a fault of the show. No, the main villain. So I think they've all.
But Ramsay.
I hate Ramsay. I just think
I think that Ramsay's a great villain.
Okay, so
I thought it was a good long play. Yeah, same for me.
No, here, listen to me. I'm not trying to be that book bitch who's in the books, but in the books, I think Ramsay's way scarier because he's large and he's hairy and
he's like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, he's actually a force, and I think the show was we're gonna make another clean cut young boy.
They made him the Joker.
He's too much like Joffrey that I just don't. He didn't do much for me. I was okay, I know he's gonna die. I know he's gonna be a shithead until he dies. And I don't really care.
But I wasn't mad at it.
That's my other problem with Euron is that he's also kind of another Joffrey, another Ramsay. I wanted a villain who's not like either of them.
Well, they were. I like them as villains because is the wrong word, but Joffrey's a wormy little shit, and Ramsay will get his hands dirty. That kind of
Ramsay doesn't give a shit. He's gonna get his hands dirty.
He's the same thing as Joffrey. I think they were just let's fill the Ramsay hole with another, or let's fill the Joffrey hole.
I think it was different.
Ramsay will actually fight though.
Sure.
I mean, he'll strategically fight in his own psychopath way.
He's also one of those villains who is just so uncaged that he'll do whatever. He's
the Joker.
You can never predict.
He's the Joker. Yeah.
Sorry.
Are we dual screening? What the fuck is happening?
It's a joke.
She didn't like video. I keep posing his picture. Sorry.
Ramsay's coming out of his cage and he's been feeling just fine.
I want a Littlefinger or a Varys. The kind of ones that are more of a wild card. I feel Ramsay, every time you see him that he's gonna be a shithead.
But
in the show,
it's so wonderful.
You mentioned Varys in the show. Varys is they kind of made a decision early on where he's he's a bad guy, but he's a bad guy
who's
with good guy tendencies.
Oh wait.
And now they're in kind of a pitfall, I think, with that character where.
Okay, wait. So
questions.
So I am Clow is honestly for you and also for me.
Yeah.
I hear that Rob. Yeah, all of us. What? I hear that Rob Zombie is making a Devil's Rejects sequel.
Yes.
I meant to say that earlier. Finger in the bum. I completely.
Yes. Oh my God. So he's filming the sequel to Devil's Rejects right now.
I didn't know that.
He's filming
I didn't know that. I don't know how I feel about that
right now. I am so fucking ready for this movie. I was
fuck you, Clow.
No,
we're gonna do
Clow,
this again.
You're my boy. No, like he
I didn't know that, Max. Go ahead and give me your. No, you have to do another
Can I
one.
get a me Lord for that?
Yeah,
one? Yeah,
in this shitty.
All right.
I already knew it, so I don't have to take one.
You don't. I'll accept that.
No, so
But I'm
yeah,
up for it.
that's one of those. That's one of those movies where like a lot of websites
Oh,
said
no.
like, "Oh, this is happening," and I would like a lot of friends on Facebook would share bullshit articles like, "Oh, Rob Zombie's making the third Corpses Rejects movie," and I would always be the guy who's like, "No, fake news,
barely a dream.
bullshit,
You
not
do it.
You want
happening."
me to do it?
Yeah, I'm done.
And then
So
they
good.
actually announced that it was happening, and he announced that it was happening, and then I was like, "Oh, I felt good because I didn't have to like be like the fact checker for like 1 second."
Is his wife
couldn't even-
coming back?
Oh hell yeah, yeah, they're all coming back. All three of
I
the
love
OG,
her.
yeah, Bill Moseley and Sid Haig, yeah, they're all Captain Spaulding, Otis, baby. I'm more
How's
excited. I'm more excited for that than I am for fucking Game of Thrones.
House of a Thousand Corpses is one of my favorites.
House of a Thousand Corpses
Fucking
is a
love
great.
that movie.
Okay, wait. So I used to do a thing called. I
like
love
Halloween
that this
remake,
is
too, to be
a
honest.
1 hour and 40-minute live video on this. So I used to love House of a Thousand Corpses. I did this weekly thing called Shitty Movie Monday, where we'd watch mostly B movies.
How
Not
dare you put corpses on that?
fuck you. Let me explain.
Go on.
Let me explain.
Let me explain. So we would do like, it was called Shitty Movie Monday, but shitty has like a weird connotation where it would be like B movies or anything less than like a blockbuster. It was fine. And for October, it would be like, instead of shitty movies, it'd be like good horror movie Mondays. So we did House of a Thousand Corpses and so on. And like, that movie is so fucking good.
It's so
good.
you can make
It's like
the
a
argument.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You can make
homage,
like
in a
definitely
good-
like I would never say anyone's wrong if they said I think it's a good movie or if I think it's a bad movie.
But
It
Devil's
is
Rejects is better.
but Devil's
It's
Rejects
so
is better.
much
I love
better.
Devil's Rejects is better.
Yeah, I
It's a
also-
better film.
Well, it's more original.
But Corpses is fun. It's like
Corpses
just
is not as
fun
good as I
as
remembered
fuck.
it being, but
But
Rejects
Corpses,
is
like,
better.
knows what it is, which is
that's
like,
fair. Yeah.
I think like with a horror movie, knowing what you are is like half the battle, you know? Like,
Also, like the fun thing about Corpses is like he originally shot it with Universal, and so Universal
Yeah.
basically wrote him a blank check to make that movie, and like just so much crazy bullshit that's in that movie that you would not get out of like a modern, fucking what's out these days, like like the ghost of a girl who like died on Facebook Live.
what was it like? Truth or Dare?
Truth or Dare, all that shit. You would never.
Although I kind of,
I kind of want to see it. I'll watch anything, but yeah, like Corpses, it's like
yeah.
they lower him into the Dr. Satan's grave, and it's like
Yeah.
a whole fucking mausoleum made of
Oh,
skulls
it's
and
so
everything.
good. I saw that with my stepsisters, who I don't talk to anymore. But we
Because of that movie. No.
no, because of daddy issues. But we watched House of a Thousand Corpses together, and it was like transformative. But we also watched
It's such a good fucking movie.
Well, we watched it the same weekend that we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I had seen before, but like we watched them back to back,
Right.
and they share so much. Like
There's
a lot.
They do, but they don't. I mean, the thing.
it's
the thing-
homage.
the
It's
thing
an
that-
homage, but in a good way.
the
Like,
thing that
it's
they
not
share
too
is, like-
reliant.
That's a bad thing.
No. It can be like
It
Ready
can be
Player
depending on the
One.
I think that the main
Ready
thing that
Player
those two
One.
movies share are
It's just a whole thing about
Someone just
shitting
said
on Ready
you look
Player
like
One.
Donna from that '70s show. Guess what? I get that every day.
She gets it a little bit.
You've been with me. I got that right.
Yeah.
People will be like Donna from that '70s show. I'm like, I know.
Wait, 3 years after it was made, which one? So we're all very intently waiting.
Are we still on House of a Thousand Corpses?
I said pretty crazy that the film was released 3 years after it was made. Which one?
Yo, Corpses. Yeah, that's true.
Was it Corpses?
Yeah, Corpses.
Holy shit, I
Corpses-
didn't know
yeah,
that.
Corpses was filmed in 1999 and did not get released until 2001.
Yo, my preference is Rejects.
I'm Cloud. Where are you from? No, not.
We're
like,
very curious. Yeah.
Are you from Ireland? Cloud is like
As we wait.
We're from the place that has the Bears, the Bulls, and the
Bears.
Cubs.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Oh, no, that's cool. That's cool.
That is cool. We're clearly not going to post this on the regular YouTube. This is all just real fun shit.
This is gonna happen I was gonna say definitely.
I mean,
what's your actual name?
I'm also
drunk every
Scottish.
time, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna end up.
It's honestly just us and you right now. What's your name?
No, there's two other people.
All right, Troy. We know your name.
We're like
just
acting like we're
waiting.
getting like all these really interesting questions, but it's like two people.
It's a good name.
Max is back there with his like.
I love that Max has been wearing the aviators the whole time.
That was
It's
a
his
choice.
brand.
That was a choice.
Yeah, it's his brand.
So I hope you guys like actually
I
enjoyed.
had one of those days where like
Clef.
I woke up.
Okay.
I
I'm
woke
sorry
up
for
kind
Cloud.
of in a shitty mood, and I'm like fuck light. So
There's not a lot of light in this
Lord.
room, so
any amount of light, I was like, I'm not having it today. So
That's how everyone should feel on Easter.
Fuck
happiness.
Easter.
He is risen, but not really.
He is risen. It is mostly John Rose after
John Rose.
nearly dying.
John,
Yeah,
John Targaryen.
she got it.
It does.
Happy Easter. Oh wait, the sunglasses are
they're
off.
now that we've talked about them. Now that we've
The
talked about
aviators
them,
are
they're gone.
off.
I mean, you can save this video, so like it doesn't just have to be live. Like I can live on in infamy.
I can quietly live on, but John Rose Targaryen. Yeah, his middle name is Rose. It is
It's
wild.
only 10 o'clock.
It's really early, and we're very drunk.
It's been a power hour. That's like
Should we end this?
Never.
no. Tell your friends.
Tell your friend.
wife.
Tell your wife. We're doing it.
That's not mine. Is this one?
I want these two people to know all about the Devil's Rejects sequel.
Okay, it's 11.
No.
So you're on the East Coast. That makes sense.
No, I meant the two
That
people
math
watching.
checks out.
Or what?
I know you know.
You wanted two people to watch
Clough?
it. No, all of Clough.
Checks out. That math
Scottish
makes
name.
sense.
But he lives in North Carolina, which is like barely a state.
She's rude. I didn't say it.
I mean, Illinois is not a state besides Chicago, so
That makes sense.
It's a separate state. It's
Yeah.
almost like there's 51 states.
don't go. Oh, honey, keep talking to us. Ask us some BuzzFeed
Ask us some dumbass questions, and we'll
Yeah.
drunkenly respond to them right now.
Which
See, Pill.
Hell, my name means cotton, so I hope that makes cotton lettuce.
I don't think mine means anything.
Lindsay is a type of cotton, and romaine is a type of lettuce.
Max,
I love
Max
romaine lettuce.
means in movies,
The
you're
most.
either going to be the bad guy or you're going to be the butler. There's
Emphasis
Or
on
a
the
dog.
butt.
I had
Or
a
a dog,
dog.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
a dog.
Emphasis on the butt. This is all
Hey,
eyebrows.
Clough,
That's it.
Clough. Give us some cues.
Clef, tell us a thing. Tell us a thing about your thing. That's for
Or
hanging
else I'm
out.
just gonna keep watching videos of my friends who ate fucking Red Lobster today.
Lindsay had friends that ate Red Lobster a bunch
They
today.
went to the.
I mostly love that we've had a live video up for almost 2 hours. Okay. Would you challenge the mountain? Oh,
No.
fuck you,
Fuck
Clef.
no.
Gotta
My
switch to
favorite
YouTube mobile so I can
character
smoke a
is Ron,
cigarette.
and he
Good
was
job,
like,
Troy.
No.
Oh, Troy. Hi, honey.
Good job, Troy. Good call. Fuck. Would we challenge the mountain? Okay, so again, if you've spent any time on this, you would see that this
We're all
is a
weenies.
framed. Wait, this is a framed image. I love you. I'm gonna cover your face.
I'll do it for you.
A framed image of the hound that I have on my wall. We're in my home right now, and I have a framed photo of the hound on my wall. I have that many feelings about him. So I don't care much for the mountain.
No,
Is that a fair thing to say?
I don't care about the hound. Totally separate question because it's like.
What walk up to the mountain, slap him in the face, and stand there and tell him to do something. Thank you, Clef, for having our back.
Oh, anything I would say is going to be really gross.
Thank you for having our back in that. I think it's very sweet. But he would probably murder us. I mean, if we're being honest about
He'd murder us or like do something inappropriate, like in an
Are we still on the
assault.
mountain?
wouldn't be good. We know
Oh,
it.
we have a new friend who says, "I am so happy I drunk stumbled in."
Andra!
Oh, baby!
Me too, dude.
We're
Me
gonna
too.
be upset when him and Sansa are doing the horizontal mom. Are you talking about Sansa?
Wait, boy, are you gonna be upset when him and
Are you talking about
I mean-
Sandor?
yes,
Or-
of course, Troy is saying that Sansa's gonna horizontally fuck
Troy? Don't fuck with us. Tell us what's up. Tell us if you're talking about the mountain or if you're talking
She's
about
of legal age. I want to see it. I'm just saying.
this face. Is all I got. Tell us if you're talking about Sandor, if you're talking about weird
Gregor.
zombie ass Gregor.
Gregor.
Oh no, that's weird. I don't want to.
Okay.
Well, technically, you never-
Let him take me and Thoris Melisandre bring it back. We can take him then. That's fair. I mean, Vertical just isn't feasible. LOL,
They've
Sandor.
done really good. I think they've done a really good job in the show of making the mountain feel like an event character.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
the rock.
Also, they recast him like every.
Like they recast him
A few
every
times,
season,
yeah.
Every season,
Every
like,
season.
like shit, I might be the mountain in the final season. Like they
I'm
they
actually the
recast that
mountain.
character so often.
5 foot tall Samantha is actually the mountain.
They're like, oh, you might be the mountain next season.
I'm a liar.
You could actually be the mountain.
I couldn't. I'm too short.
How
What
tall
are
are
you?
you?
6'4".
I'm 6'2", but that's
He's
short
6'2".
from the
He's 6'2",
mountain.
and he's too short, and I'm
I'm not the
5
mountain,
feet
I'm the
even,
hill.
and like
I'm
I'm
the-
on the mountain. I'm not that tall.
my
either.
name in Westeros would be the hill.
no,
Like I'm just kind
no,
of
you wouldn't be the hill. You'd be like
my
the
name
mountain.
would be the valley.
the bluff.
Is
I'd
a
be the
vagina
bluff.
joke.
Ooh,
Okay.
bluff would be a good Westeros.
You vertical. Oh, Sandor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Sandor. Again. Wait, Troy. Did you notice? This is an artistic image of Sandor on my wall. If you needed to know, like, does Sam
That
love
is right there.
the Hound? It is. It is. I love Sandor.
Yeah.
He was barbaric. Vitamin I.
So I do like Sandor. I want to see. I mean, like, I think Clegane Bowl is like the most hype thing in
I
TV.
don't care about Clegane. Clegane.
No, that's like
Clegane Bowl.
that character has gone on. Sandor has gone on such a journey.
I feel
He needs to culminate that journey by fighting his fucking brother.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
No,
No,
I,
but I don't think that like
Bro.
either the books or the films. Just call me bro.
Bro. because I'm having a bro moment right now with you. Like I'm calling it Cersei.
Clef. I agree with
Cersei in the
you.
Mountain
Okay.
versus Arya and the Hound.
Oh,
Don't Arya and the Hound
I
me.
want to see Arya.
Don't Arya and the
They're
Hound
gonna-
me, bro.
They're gonna fucking come in there.
How do you feel about
blazing.
Arya and the Hound? Is that a
He's
thing?
literally- he's gonna-
I feel
he's
not
gonna-
great about it. I don't want to make a decision. I didn't like making a decision between Brienne and the Hound. If you go back and watch, I am very conflicted because I love both of those characters, and I
I
fucking
want the Hound to win.
hated it.
Would
I
you
hated
rather
it.
Arya or the Hound?
Same.
No,
Clef.
I'm saying Arya
Same.
and Hound united against their two mortal enemies.
That's probably like
Like they're in a unique position where their two mortal enemies happen to be like parallel to each other.
Yeah.
So Cersei's right hand man is the mountain. Sorry, the mountain, and that's Sandor's arch enemy. And in
Arya's gonna
Arya's
save the
head, her
Hound's
arch
life
enemy
at
is
the
Cersei.
Gable. The Hound
So
will
that
die.
would- I think that would be great
Wait.
to have.
Troy
Arya-
said Arya's gonna save the Hound's life at Clegane Bowl, or the Hound will die protecting Arya if
something
him and
like
Sansa
that would-
aren't future lovers.
something
Oh,
like
no.
that will happen.
In the weird like TV universe, yeah.
I don't know if I agree that like Arya and Sansa will be. Wait, not Arya and Sansa. Oh boy,
Sandor.
that
Arya and
Sandor
Just
and
calm down.
Sansa I don't know that I agree that Sandor and Sansa will become lovers at some point. I think it's like weird.
No.
Hope not. Troy, same. You're like hoping not, but you want to see it. Maybe we don't need more incest.
You know who I ship?
Well, have you
I ship?
tuned into the right / podcast?
I ship.
She learned that it was better.
Blackwater and gold. Just a pile of gold.
Him plus money. Yeah. What is your weirdest Game of Thrones shit?
Sam. It wasn't a thing before, and then I saw a bunch of like Sandor Sansa things, and I was like, oh, I get it.
Ooh, I got a weird ship that'll never happen.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Qyburn and Lady Stoneheart. Yeah. Necromantic.
I told you.
Weird science.
So I did a Game of Thrones like
The literal three of you are getting the best
bracket
right now.
like March Madness bracket,
Which I couldn't do because I'm too much of a pussy. It was like,
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
And I was like, oh, I can do it. Qyburn got like curiously.
That was the one thing of like
I was
Lindsay
like,
was like,
oh,
I like
actually
Qyburn.
like Qyburn. Yeah.
I'm low key.
Loki.
I'm Loki.
You're Tom Hiddleston.
You're
I would like
Loki.
to do I'd like to get a House Burley portrait done at some point.
Yeah.
And I've decided
That's sentimental.
That's real.
I have unilaterally decided
We're on your side.
who's gonna be everybody. So Sam, you're actually gonna be George R.R. Martin in the portrait that exists only in my head.
Because she's like the master.
I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, and Qyburn would be Dustin is gonna be Qyburn.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
Feelings,
but Sean is going to be fucking Sansa because you just asked for it.
She's Henry.
No, but
I mean, okay.
The moral is I would
be
be
Sansa
Bronn. Is the main
anyway,
thing.
right?
I just want a portrait of myself as Bronn is all I want. So I
We
mean,
all know you'd be Bronn.
Yeah.
As long as I know that I'm a Stark, I'm good. I am.
And
I
would
just
be
want
a Stark
Sean.
with, like, kind of
I want
adjacent.
Sean as Tyrion just because I just want to see Sean's face
Sean is totally Tyrion.
on a little.
But you don't know that.
No, I think he would definitely be Tyrion because he's very like focused, smart, is like doing his thing, and like
It would be hilarious.
can be
to
cut
see
and
Peter-
dry.
Like,
It would be hilarious to see Peter Dinklage wearing a wife beater. Breaking news, but I would say Scott would definitely be Jamie because I love Scott, but
I'm a big fan of Jamie, so
But
let's
you
skip
also
it.
want
No. No matter what he does in his life, I continue to not give a
I
shit.
own it.
So,
We're gonna sip. Yeah, I think Jamie's wonderful. Out of royalty to Jamie. Yeah.
There's someone else.
Clough, Jamie is wonderful. We think he's great.
I love
Jamie sucks, dude.
No, Jamie's
Jamie
really
sucks.
Clough, Jamie has a really
Excuse
great
me.
arc.
Jamie's
Jamie's
garbage,
a
dude.
great arc.
Jamie plus Brienne. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I'm at.
That's
Also,
a good thing.
When
Jamie
people,
plus
are
Brienne.
like, when people are like Brienne plus Tormund, Ginger, so I can say this. No.
Oof.
Jamie plus Brienne, all the way. Like that is way cooler than Jamie plus Tormund because he's like weirdly like kind of salty with her. He's like very leering.
He's very creepy.
She's
guy.
not into
He's
it.
a creepy guy.
Why does Jamie suck? I don't think
Jamie
Jamie sucks.
sucks. Okay, here's why.
He said
I
I
was-
said Jamie
yeah.
sucks.
Let
Here's why
him
Jamie
explain.
sucks. Jamie sucks
He beat us. I don't know.
because he is he's very much a whim of the writers. He's like, oh, now like
Not a
Jamie,
book reader.
so we're gonna make him likable all of a sudden. They cut his fucking hand off and all this other bullshit.
Books, you can't.
I know that's in the books, but in hand off, did you hear like a fucking bluegrass punk song?
The bear.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like
though.
it's
That's kinda cool.
engineered in the show to make it so that like
Max
okay,
is not us.
we
Sorry.
know, we know this character sucks. He doesn't suck. He's not a bad character. But he's a bad guy. He's a
Alright,
bad
I just
guy.
want a better
He's
angle.
a terrible.
My favorite part of this is just the YouTube live.
Did you just decapitate me? What the fuck?
Yeah, because
No,
I
you're
wanted
good.
a better angle on this.
It's good.
No, you're
Her favorite
so
character
wrong.
is Sir Ilum Payne because she just cut my fucking head off.
I love the guys who kill people.
well.
No, you're so wrong about so
About
much.
Jamie? About everything? I'm wrong about everything? Or
I don't
he's
think
you're
you're
wrong
wrong
wrong.
about
I
Jamie.
really don't think Lindsay.
Jamie, my favorite characters are Catelyn, because I just love her. Sansa, Brienne, Jamie. Who's my fifth? The Hound. Those are my 5 favorite people. And John would probably be my 6th. But I love him. Like,
John is the only character I specifically have a tattoo about.
no, but if we're going,
And then
if
I'm
we're
gonna
going,
get another one. Like I have.
oh, I love bears. So if we're going like who is still alive, it would be like John.
Can we do just for Barristan? Yes.
Yeah.
We can. Wait. To Barristan.
I do love.
Is he the one that fucking
resurrects dead people.
No, you
No!
talking about Barristan Dondarrion. No, Barristan.
Barristan Selmy is just
Barristan
really
was
wonderful.
the
Yeah.
OG Kingsguard.
He's just an amazing. Yeah.
Barristan's the OG Kingsguard guy who like died.
And
Okay, but
He
to be
died-
fair,
he
their
died in
names
an
are all very
alleyway
similar.
like
Don't
Bruce
worry.
Wayne's parents.
Pouring out for that destroyed.
You're not wrong.
I'm so sorry.
To Barristan. To Barristan.
I named them wrong because we've been drinking for like 2 hours.
No, you're very drunk. It's fine.
I
it's
told
fine.
you my favorite characters, but I love Jamie. Like
He's a wonderful character.
I think
I'm
he's
with you
Honestly,
on that.
Nothing but bad things
I'm
happen.
not saying I'm not.
root when bad things happen to him. Because
He's the most interesting book
he's
character
trying
by far.
he's trying to be a good
Very
guy now,
funny.
but he's
Yeah.
a bad guy who is trying to
But
be a good guy.
that's so
I
interesting.
want him to. No, it is interesting.
Seems
I
like-
agree. I would never say he's not a bad character. He's a
No.
great character. I'm in agreement with you.
I think he's
He's
the
a great
best
character.
because he is
But I hate
old.
him more than I hate Theon. Almost
Sorry,
because
just do my brow for that.
because I want him to like really go through the fucking ringer of like,
I don't
oh,
care
you
about
want to be a
Theon.
good guy? You want to be a good guy all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Well, then all this bad shit needs to happen to you. You can't
Yeah.
just be a good guy. You can't just show up and
Fuck
be
you, Club.
Prince
It's just
Prince
super
Charming
true.
from Shrek 2. You know,
I
When
just
we
think
say fuck
Jamie
you,
is
I mean that in
most,
the
like,
best
complex
way.
Person. Like I just think like all. Of
I think
his-
that Jamie is a really wonderful character.
Wait, who
Also,
are your
I
5
love
favorites?
that.
Who are your
he's a
5
great character,
favorites?
but he's such a patsy.
So I want to hear Sam's 5 favorite characters.
Yeah, who are your 5? Who are your top
They
5?
can't all be Starks. Like that's just cheating.
They can't all be Starks. I have a lot of feelings about the Starks.
Right, but
Thank
they
you,
can't all
Stella.
be-
So oh boy.
Maxes are gonna be like shitty.
Mine are gonna be shitty. Thanks, Lindsay.
All right.
You're
I'm
gonna be like
drunk.
Bron. No, but you have to be like.
No, he's
These
number
are all
one. No, Brian is number one.
Brown,
but
brown,
there will
brown,
be
brown,
others.
brown, brown.
I'm actually really interested to hear.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wanna
so
hear
my
Sam.
favorite
We're both really
characters.
interesting.
I
You just
have
gotta
like
be for no
a.
reason.
I have
We both
an.
want to hear Sam's.
Okay. All right.
Sam,
I
the floor is
have
yours.
my favorite part. Okay. He's being the man that he was meant to be. Wait, which one?
Your 5.
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
characters.
that's true. Okay, so I
I dropped that.
have a lot of feelings about the Starks, obviously. So, like, and I have a giant ass John tattoo on my
Yeah.
leg. So, number 1 is forever John. 1, John. I knew out front. This is
Outwardly.
John's story. Like outwardly, this is John's story. John, number 1. I also
How do you forgot?
I have a lot of feelings about the Starks. I'm an asshole.
No, keep going.
I have a lot of feelings about the Starks. I am no. We're like there's this thing where people think that we have a lot of feelings about Danny,
Yeah.
and that's like true to a small degree, but
People
not the
think I
biggest.
hate Danny, and I don't.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's why we wanted Max to be in this. That people think that I love Danny so much, and that Max hates Danny.
This is news to me, by the way.
Not necessarily true. We're pretty medium on this.
Yeah,
Not a
we're
big
all
deal.
pretty lukewarm about who gets the throne.
Not the biggest deal. Okay, so
Your top 5.
Stella.
You said John. You have 4 more to fill out.
Yeah.
Jamie said,
Don't read
You were worried,
okay.
you were worried about me,
Influence.
Lindsay. Hers is going to be
Jamie,
done.
Bron, Barrick, Sir Joya. Those are all amazing
No,
men.
you can't read those.
Oh, of
Oh,
course I can.
No, you can read them, but don't let them
This is my
influence.
podcast. Not that like they're gonna influence me. Okay, Stella, Marjorie. Yeah. No. Okay.
Aw,
I mean,
Marjorie's awesome.
it's. I mean, I clearly, if you had not realized, have one or two feelings about.
Sam, you
The
have
show.
to answer 4 more questions. Who do you think are Sam's 4 after John? Wait, can I guess?
Who do I think what?
Can I guess?
Who do I think what?
No,
What's the question?
Can I guess who your next 4 characters are?
Yes. Wait, from John?
I know
So again,
John, you already said
This is
that.
obviously, I have like a big John tattoo on my
Yeah.
leg. John is number 1.
Whatever. We know
2.
we know you love John. Okay, so they don't have to be in order, but can I guess your next 4?
Yes.
Arya, the Hound. Ooh, actually, I'm struggling. Sansa and what other Starks are alive?
You named all the living ones.
Fuck you!
Who's the 4th one? Oh, I actually don't know.
Bob Stark.
She just shit on Jamie,
Bob.
so I know it's not Jamie. Brienne? That's the next 4. So I think it's pretty close.
It's Jamie over Brienne.
No, that's fine.
You were almost right.
Yeah. But if it was that, would I have been correct?
Yeah, I got a lot of feelings about those people.
So wait, what did I say? I already forgot what I said.
Oh, wait, so Stella said Marjorie will always be my number 1.
No,
Clef said,
we don't care about the sisters.
Tyrion is my
In
guy.
this house, we don't
Yeah.
care about
Dude, okay, here's the thing that you need to know more than anything is that I have feelings about Game of Thrones.
But Stark specifically.
Stark
What did I say? I said
specifically, but
Sansa.
more than that.
I said Arya, Sansa.
Jamie, I do. I have a lot of feelings about Jamie too.
What did I say? I already forgot.
She said specific Starks, which I have a lot of feelings for, but I have less feelings for other people, but
Yeah.
still a lot of them.
Sansa. Arya.
Yeah.
Obviously, duh.
Yeah.
Duh. I said Brienne, but you meant Jamie and the Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anyone else?
Thanks. Wait, Clef said next year is gonna suck because we're not gonna be drunk. We're gonna cry. Wait, which one of us is not gonna be drunk?
What are you doing?
I'm definitely gonna be drunk. I'm gonna
Sorry,
have
I
a really
changed
hard time.
I missed Max.
Yeah, you cut my head off.
Sorry.
Ellen Payne.
You can do this.
Why is your favorite character Ellen Payne?
Stella says, I would love the Hound murder me. This is
We
fair.
love Jamie and Max.
Wait, no,
Wait,
Stella!
What is it?
what did you say? I can't see.
We love Jamie.
Stella
Max
said,
loses.
wait, no,
First of
best
all,
bit. I
first
would
of
let
all,
the Hound murder me with his bare hands. Me too, Stella.
Me too.
Me fucking too,
Damn,
Stella.
Stella. This person's like, damn, Stella.
All right.
Stella, we love
All right, girl. I feel a lot of feelings about you. We love Jamie. I do love Jamie. I think Jamie may sacrifice himself. I do think that Jamie I really do think that Jamie may sacrifice himself, and I don't like it. Because I
he
want him to
wants
stay
to
alive.
He
sacrifice
wants
himself.
to do it.
That's why it's gonna
That's
be
the thing. Yeah, that's
boring
why
if
it's
he-
gonna
if he does it,
suck.
because he tried so hard in the dragon fighting episode
Stella.
to be like, I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna fucking get the dragon with my lance, and then of course Braun.
Stella,
like
message
usual,
me on
had to be the
Instagram. We're
guy
gonna
to
yell
be
about
like,
shit.
Sit down.
Stella, yell at me on Instagram. We're gonna yell about shit.
Do you want to take like a BuzzFeed quiz about who, like, what our characters would be?
Stella! If Jamie dies, we right. That's not wrong. I love Jamie so much. But I also am like, I have a lot of feelings about Jamie.
Oh, I'm giving.
It's wrong. Lindsay's leaving
No.
for a minute. Do we have Twitter? Yeah, I'm kinda _cool on Twitter.
I have one. I don't check it at all. There's no point.
But it is.
But it exists, but there's no point.
I'm new to Twitter, so kind of underscore cool is my thing. But yours is
Max Hensgen. It's my name. I got my own name.
Clef, I'll follow you after we're doing this. He's too serious about it. Yeah, Clef, we got it, right?
This is the closest I've ever gotten to the screen right now, so I've heard Clef multiple times tonight. But I'm just not able to see it.
Juan, you're wrong, but you're doing a good job.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Who's Mac? Mac's name in the chat.
Oh, Mac. Oh, they think I'm Mac.
Come on in.
I'm so sorry.
Easy to do. All right. Well, if you have any questions for us, go ahead and ask. Otherwise, we're gonna shut this shit down. Spell check.
Claw,
all right.
Claw, I got you, bud.
He gave you a shit.
Yeah, that's the Twitter thing. Yeah, I don't ever check it, so there's no
Don't
point in
30-second this. What does that mean? We honestly don't know that. We're not that cool.
They just like disappear.
No big deal. Oh.
Claw, I'm trying
I'm just
trying
waiting.
To help you out, man.
Hello. Don't leave. Well, Clef, tell us what the hell you want.
Do you need help? Where
want
are
us to
you?
take a BuzzFeed
Clef,
quiz?
if you have questions, go ahead and ask questions, and we'll like keep hanging out. Otherwise, we're gonna go to bed.
Cool to not do that.
Clef, ask us a question. Don't leave. It's still just don't leave. Clef, ask us, and we won't. But if you don't ask us a question, we'll leave.
Yeah. Bye.
Eyebrows.
Wait, so
Favorite drink.
Club set. Wait, no, it's Stella. Okay, who's worst? Ramsey or Joffrey? Oh,
Joffrey.
Ramsey.
Do you think so? I think.
Yeah, because Ramsey. No, it's like
I need to know your opinion.
Joffrey's worse because Joffrey doesn't know what he's doing. Ramsey knows.
I think Ramsey.
Ramsey understands violence,
Stella,
and so
dare
Ramsey is calculating about his level of violence. Joffrey will be like, "Oh, cut his head off," and then all his advisors are like, "We can't cut this guy's head off," and then Joffrey's like, "Do it anyway."
I think Ramsey or Joffrey's way more unpredictable, so I'm gonna pick him.
That's why he's worse, though. I think on the world scale.
That's what she's asking.
Ramsey's definitely more evil. I think Ramsey's definitely more evil, but he is.
Ramsey
he knows
such a second.
He knows whose heads to cut off and who's not.
Clef said Ramsey because he'll cut off my parts and eat a meal afterwards. Stella said they're both people. They're both psycho.
They're both bad. They're both.
I mean,
that's true. They are both psycho. That's really fair. They're both definitely psycho. I don't know. Ramsey, Joffrey, I think that they're both such different types of terrifying. Clearly Joffrey is the young type of I've never experienced what this is sort of terrifying. And
Ramsey will cut somebody's head off because that's what he finds
out of interest.
pleasure in. Joffrey will like cut somebody's head off, and then a war will get started over it.
He'll cut my parts off
because he just
and eat a meal after.
He's
Wait, what kind of meal? Wait,
cut
do y'all
off
have a
heads.
favorite scene? Do we have a favorite scene?
I have
Like a
favorite
murder scene?
Go.
It's when Bronn shoots that stupid ass dragon.
If you got a knock on the door
So
and you saw Ramsay, would you answer it?
It's when that it's when that
If we
it's when that super entitled dragon just
Yeah,
comes and is like,
don't listen.
I would burn down the door.
this is my land. I'm coming to burn all of you. You fucking poor people who like don't even know why you're here. I'm gonna burn you and also be your savior. And then Bronn's just like, nah, bro.
No.
Middle class hero right there, Bronn.
My favorite scene is going to sound so depressing compared to that. It sounds going to be like a tender moment between like mother and daughter. I really like the scene in this latest season between Arya and Sansa, like in the crypts when they were like,
Oh, that was such a good moment.
yeah, because it's not like the wish fulfillment thing where they're like are so excited to see each other. It's a little more like dark.
that was more like
Yeah.
the John and John met somebody, right? John met Sansa this season.
Yeah. The season
That
before,
was like
yeah.
that was like kind of wish fulfillment. But Arya and Sansa are interesting because they didn't get along before. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would they get along now?
And they
Other than
don't
the fact
really.
that they're happy to see each other. And but
Right.
now they understand each other's strengths and they understand each other's weaknesses.
And that's kind of what
And
comes out in that scene, which is
That's
like
that's why they're the tag
they
team
see each
champs.
other-
That sounds too intense.
No, that's a great scene. That's a good choice. That's a good
I
choice.
know, I'm smart. No, but they they have a really good moment where it's just like, yeah, it's not like the thing that you want to see where they're like, I love you, we're best friends. It's like,
Wait,
sorry if
I'm Clef. When I watched for the first time, I really thought Bronn was going to slay Drogo.
I wish he would have. I wish
Oh,
he fucking
Clef.
would have.
Oh, you
too.
sweet angel.
I wish he would have. I wish Daenerys would have come to Westeros with this idea of like, I have these mythical beasts
I'm
at my
actually
disposal.
mad.
At my disposal, and then what did the Lannisters have? We got a port.
Wait, what is it? Top?
My top 3 Game of Thrones drinking partners are the 3 people in this stream.
Yeah.
That's fair. We're not doing great, but we're doing
But actually,
good.
like, even if she didn't say in the stream.
Wait. I'm ready for another beer.
Good thing we have like a
Thank you. I've done a great job.
I just destroyed
Don't worry
the
about
place.
that.
That's fine.
We're gonna
That's
ignore
so
that.
embarrassing. I told you guys.
You
I'm
guys are having a
traveling
great
way.
time.
When those happen.
You guys are having a quiet. I don't have any liquor. Oh, Clef,
You
come
have an
on.
entire bottle.
Yeah, we have
I don't have any liquor. There's a whole bottle.
an entire bottle of the Jaime Lannister of liquor.
It is my lord.
It's shitty, but people like it for some reason. So it's the Jaime Lannister
I
of,
kind of like it. Like
of liquor.
the more drunk you get, the more. You're
Okay,
like,
wait.
I really
So
want
this was okay. So this was the thing where recorded the first podcast of this. Would you listen to it? Be honest. Be honest. I recorded it. It was an hour. We
Jamie
did
Lannister
it.
liquor. Drink it. In
Clef!
there.
Not just the Jamie Lannister bit. We recorded the full hour.
Yeah, the whole
Would
hour
you
is
listen to it?
recorded.
There's one person. It's just you. Would you listen to it?
Oh, we almost.
I'm snuggling in. I'm waiting.
We're here for you, bud. We're here for you.
We're just waiting.
I can't wait to tell you all about.
Oh, I think we can listen. Thanks, Slav. Where do you live?
Where do you come from? Suddenly we have 2, but it just
Yeah.
doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Stella says yes!
Suddenly we have 3.
Oh, Stella! Troy, clap! a lot of feelings about this. Where do you guys live?
He's just Clappy.
As we just like watch because we just want to like hug you and be friends with you guys. Mostly is the thing.
Trust me, you don't want either of those things in real life.
Canada, Stella. We're in Canada.
We're in Canada. I'm from the Canadian border.
I grew up at the Canadian border.
What are you from, Wisconsin or something?
No, I grew up in Detroit, but I grew up like
I'm from
close.
Port Huron.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is near
Pennsylvania. Super fun. Wait, we're all very close to each other.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Toronto. We're all very close.
I play this game. It's called Dead by Daylight, and like it's like a lot of like
Dead by Dawn.
Like small, like 4-person team kind of thing. Killer in the woods kind of scenario. And I started playing with this streamer. She ended up being from Peoria, and and like we were just like chewing a fat. We're just like talking about this, that, and the other thing, and then this British girl. This British girl joins us. And she's like, I find your accents to be so hilarious. And we were both just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right?
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's kind of like...
Because that, like, the Mary Poppins accent is like...
That's fair.
Very high tier.
This girl was like...
It's very posh.
It was like somewhere between a chav and a posh.
Yeah. Oh.
She was like it was like a chav who was trying to be a posh.
That makes sense.
Like, I want to get you under.
I want to get you under, yeah.
I love British accents when they're like kind of fucking weird.
Wow.
The future.
The future. No big deal. As we try to quietly figure this out.
Oh, I hate having hiccups. It's so annoying. I get them from like hot food sometimes too. Ugh.
Troy and Clef, go ahead and figure it out. Fight about it.
Are who gone?
Hug.
He's like, are they gone? I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Did you think we were here actually watching this shit?
Hug? Hug. I hate the hiccups, but hug. You want to hug?
As I quietly watch this.
Oh, God.
As she quietly has a time.
I get hiccups so easy.
That's not wrong.
They gone?
No, they're
sorry,
still,
I'm a little slow.
they're still here.
Also, when I went out to smoke a cigarette,
wait.
Yeah, Sam. When I went to smoke a cigarette, your neighbors, like all in unison, were like, So
they get it.
I think they are also copying us in the exact same format. They're also watching the first episode of Game of Thrones. They're also
live streaming
it. Like they saw what we were doing, and they're like, "Hey, I can get on that." Right?
They also quasi understand.
You talking? Can you recite that? Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Can you recite the Reigns of Castamere? Guess what? I'm a fucking nerd, so I can.
And who are you?
Shut the fuck up.
Lord said, I know the words too.
He ruined it.
Sorry, I ruined it because I also know the thing.
I said kind
We
of.
do it in unison. I'm sorry.
And how?
And
Let's do it like harmony.
Okay, wait.
And how? Go lower.
I can as well. Just tried.
Who? Yeah, it is who.
The proud Lord says that I
Wait.
should. Do I gotta start over again?
No, she's responding to people. We're gonna do it.
I'm sorry for being the one who's fucking prepared.
Back 'em ups. Like
I agree with you.
We're gonna look it up. We're gonna sing it for you.
Well, I don't need. We don't need to look it up. We don't need to look. I know that shit.
Actually, ooh, you probably
Did you know that? Did you know that Wookiees have an average lifespan of 300 years? I knew that.
I thought it
I
was
can as well just tried.
Will you
Go
please
ahead.
Look up Reigns of Castamere in another tab.
No, I got it. I got it. I
Okay,
swear to God,
okay.
I got it. I swear to God, I got it.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same
Because
page.
because when I heard the song for the first time, I'm
Sam,
like,
are you
this
okay
is
to
actually
go
like,
for it?
We're typing. I think.
Our Lord said that I should bow so low.
Okay.
I'm not the
Do you
person
know
who
it?
should
That's
type
why I
this.
wanted to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just gonna be me and Max.
Just
Okay.
do it.
Are we gonna watch more Game of Thrones right now?
No,
Is that
we're
the
just
thing?
gonna song. Yeah. Okay.
Not a
3,
big
2,
deal.
1. And who are you? The proud Lord said
that
I should bow so
low. Only a cat of a different coat. That's all.
Nobody
the
cares about
truth
them.
I know. A coat of gold, a coat of red. A
The
lion still has claws.
Nobody cares about them.
And mine are sharp, and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as yours. That's all I know.
That's what I'm saying. We
How
should have
dare
I think we
you.
should have actually like made that good.
I am the Astro
But I
Creep.
kept- I kept forgetting the words.
Oh,
You
you
were
little
the
mo-
singer. Like we could have done that really well. Friends with Casimir, we're doing it.
Are we gonna?
Yeah, no.
Okay, wait.
Because you got the smoky.
Stella,
I got a good alto.
we're
voice.
doing it.
Yeah, you can do like
Are we gonna? Okay.
soprano.
Here's a fun bit: is that we,
I guess we're doing this now.
is
I
that
have to
we?
babysit in like 5 hours. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to babysit, but I have
care.
to be sober. Human is doing a
I
thing.
don't care. I think I care about my life.
Okay, wait. What's up with these? Okay.
You have to.
Also, we spoke, and so we spoke.
And so he
The
spoke.
Lord of Casimir.
And so he spoke.
The Lord of
The Lord of
Casimir.
Casimir.
You need the
And now
lyrics up over here,
rains.
though.
Thank you for that.
Reigns of Cat.
Because
I'll
that's
do it.
that's the part that I forgot.
The reigns of Casimir have a feeling.
And be like, what? Yeah, look at that. Got the Google lyrics. Sigur Rós did sing.
Yeah, they did.
Sorry.
They
It's
did.
like Sigur Rós.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let me.
That's all. You don't need it.
Okay. This has been 2.5 hours. Should we
Wait, when
cut
I,
this
I
off? Wait,
hold.
this
wait.
is clubs. We spoke.
Skip this. We're gonna start there.
Where?
A club.
Load of gold.
Wait, hold on.
I'm having a song played. I'm a wedding, a funeral, and my child's birth.
Harmonize with me right now.
Oh,
No, go deeper.
Damn.
Go deeper.
Of gold, a coat of red, a
Yeah.
lion.
We're trying to harmonize.
Sam, you're fucking it up.
A coat of red, a coat of red. A
Hey.
lion still has claws. No.
We
Just
still
start from the
have to. Okay, so this.
3 drunk people trying to sing a song was the alternate name of this podcast.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
We're gonna
matter.
record it. I think we could actually probably do, because Sam and I have like recorded harmonies on accident on Riverdale.
It's weird how that happens, and I don't remember how to.
But you have like
It's
a
weird
really
how we're
you
drunk,
have
and
a
I don't
voice.
remember. Stop!
No, but you really do.
Stop!
And you
Let's see.
have
Oh,
a
wait.
nice like alto, beautiful voice. And I'm the one that's like.
I got nervous and I don't remember how to record this.
But you have like a beautiful deep book. We can do it. We can do
I
it.
got nervous and I forgot how to record this thing. Okay. Because I got nervous.
You're on iTunes. Don't you have to do it on the other thing?
No, we gotta do it on iTunes.
Okay,
I forgot how
that's-
to do it.
That's fine.
Wait, how do I?
Can I just tell you, Lindsay, like Sean and I had this weird moment. Like,
No!
Sean and I had like for some weird reason, Sean and I have like vastly different but oddly similar tastes. For some reason, one of our favorite movies is Predator.
Oh, I love Predator.
And we
One of my favorite movies too.
The National?
We have like a thing where like
Clef says we should look up a version by the National.
Oh,
it's
they
very weird.
are
It's very asinine, but like
It's
Sean
just
was like
Clef and
Predator, and I was
Stella.
like, Predator, and then we were both just like in complete accidental harmony. We were just like Predator.
Love and Stella. We love you
Like-
so much.
I feel like
And
you could really
we're-
actually sing this.
Get
song.
the show.
They're like, wow, why did you try
That's
to do it?
rude. Get at the chopper is true. Okay, so
Okay.
all right, we're trying. All right,
Are we doing it?
look at us.
Yes.
Look
You
at
have
us.
to be low.
We're trying.
Low.
We're
Salem
trying to do
alto.
it.
I'm gonna do soprano. Okay.
Yo, Stella, Clef,
Sup.
we're trying. We're doing it. We're trying so hard.
Trying is the key word.
Yeah. Just,
We
just
really
play
are.
it. Just play it. We can all follow in.
Okay, wait.
But get the
wait.
lyrics up there.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
All I have is this.
No.
No,
Okay.
I need words.
Just go on YouTube and say "Rains of Castamere karaoke" because it'll be without lyrics. Lyrics. Oh, yeah, or that.
My hands are moving.
That's
out of-
exactly what I told you.
Such a weird place. Okay, give me those rings.
Yeah.
All right. I love you.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Do it.
I'm ready.
It's actually gonna give us the lyrics too, so we don't.
What? What? Sing is so stupid.
Yeah, you fucked it up already.
I know.
Hero.
Well, who's surprised? A cat.
You're not doing it.
Okay. It's
This sounds like I don't know.
got some beer. And now the words we're both do something.
You're doing a great job.
I'm trying, dog. Like, I'm fucking trying. Like, Sam is
And so we spoke.
fucking up. Like, if we were a band, Sam would be the first one to get fired.
It should be the Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah.
where we're like, fuck.
Wait. So dear.
We really need that middle ground.
A coat of gold. Coat of gold.
And iron still has
As long
and so we spoke, and so we spoke. And
The
the Sam cut.
Wait, no, not yet. Okay, almost.
And so we
We spoke, and so we spoke. The Lord of cast on here better. And now he reigns. So to hear.
Beautiful.
It's how it was supposed to
We
go.
nailed it!
It's how it was supposed to go, fucker. Put on that fucking bear fucking song.
The bear. From
Wait,
that one where she fucked bear.
They all
rude.
They're all laughing like, wow.
They all laughed at that.
They're like, wow, what a bunch of
Life
freaks.
changing. Life changing.
We tried. I think actually we had like done it for real.
We as in not Sam. We tried.
We tried. Next time we're like,
all right, I get it. Okay, wait, what should I? Bear's so good. Bear.
And after this, more
No.
Oh, I love this. Oh, bear.
And I bear. Okay.
Is there, I need
Not
the lyrics. So I'm getting the lyrics.
There was a
Gotta
bear.
Let me do it.
I'll do the chorus and then something about licking honey out of the hair.
The bear. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's with honey up in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this.
Yeah. That does not even know. What happened?
I'm getting lyrics.
I did have a little.
No.
I'm not mad. Just head about it. Just do it.
All right, let's just 86
Just
the
do
bear song.
it.
Let's just 86 the bear song.
Just do it.
Because none of the lyric videos are gonna be to like that like modern rendition they did.
Well, yeah.
In the show, they were like,
It's so good.
but then when George Martin wrote the lyrics, he thought it was like a chambermaiden kind of fucking song, like the bear,
And the maiden bear. No, Ron, this is great.
The reason I love this song is because it's the first thing you hear after piece of shit written in the
It's so cute.
I agree.
Like Ian, Jamie,
Oh, I
like,
agree.
like Susan Suffer. Like it's like a cupcake with some
What?
Jamie just gets the theme song and then it's fun.
The bear. The bear, and the moon. That was the joke, is that? Yeah.
She kicked the air. She sang my bell so big. Off they went.
Of course.
The bear, and the maiden
Not a big deal. The
We have a towel. I'm just saying, like, an entire ice water spilled on.
Well, I didn't do that.
No, it wasn't me either. It was done.
Was it me?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
We're just
I'll take the blame for that one. Sorry about the ice water spilling. That reminds me of like
So I feel like it's probably time for us to say goodnight, right?
Hey Google.
Yes. Oh, beautiful, life-changing. Yeah. Good night.
This is Lord of the Rings music, right?
No, this is season 3. I'm that much music nerd. I'm gonna say the track is actually called Misa.
Oh, it's not wrong.
Am I right? Was
Yeah,
it
you
Misa?
are.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's the main theme refrain, but done in like
When Danny
an
gets way
angelic
above.
chorus. Yeah, when she takes over the pyramid place.
Ramen de Joule.
Ramin Djawadi, who his first
Ramen.
his first film score, Blade 3. Yeah, he co-composed the score with the RZA, the Wu-Tang Clan. I know when I hear what I like. So like that movie sucks, but like I like some of the beats in that. Like I like some of the score in that movie. So I was like, this is the dude who I'm gonna be interested in if he goes on and scores other things.
Yeah.
And then go figure he fucking goes on and scores fucking Game of Thrones, and I'm like, yeah, my dude, man.
And now he has like his own content.
It's a long way from Blaze 3.
Nailed it.
That's actually the term. Put a water down. Yeah. And he's actually done better in the show than he has in the books. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
in the books, he just
not
beats like the whole Wallace Stokeworth subplot.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna marry Wallace Stokeworth
Yeah.
and kill her sister,
And then he's just like gone.
and he's just gone. He doesn't get to shoot a dragon. He doesn't get to do all like the Skyrim
Yeah,
shit.
no, he doesn't get like the cool stuff. Right, Sam?
What is yours? Lindsay's username is. I'm like kind of underscore cool.
Mine is just my name, Lindsay Romaine.
Yours is cooler than mine. Mine is kind of underscore
follow
cool.
me. I have an official account.
I'm not that cool.
Verified. Sorry.
I'm not that cool.
I'm not really that cool, but I fake it.
Which in itself is the essence of cool.
Yeah. This
Right,
person's like,
yeah.
Wow.
I've been
Who
listening to a very long documentary series about Grigory Rasputin, and yeah, that seemed to have been Rasputin's thing in like 19,
I'll follow you the heck back.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Rasputin's like a whole. That's a lot.
When like the biggest crime in your town is like horse thievery, Rasputin was the guy who was like, he stole the horse, like he was like a cool badass dude,
Right. No, for sure. Sounds like jogging. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get my steps in. There is so much. Can you bring a towel? There's like.
Can I bring a towel? I don't even know where towels
No,
are.
not
Like
you.
I've never been here before.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking Sam if she can bring a towel.
There's
so much.
I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I work at bars, so it's like I like muscle memory went to my back pocket because that's where towels are supposed to be.
Yeah.
But there were none.
Well, if you want a towel off, it's like.
Why don't we just take the hammer, right?
Hey. What's up? Did you have a nice night?
What's up?
Did you have a nice night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
We'll just take the hammer. We'll put her back, and we'll just gently slide her.
I feel bad for her though. I don't want to do that. Sam's like whole pop spilled all over this floor.
What's she drinking?
I think it was like Diet Coke, but it's still like there's a lot going on. Ugh. I have to babysit tomorrow. Ugh. Do you have to babysit tomorrow?
No. Are we still alive?
Probably.
I have to babysit a bunch of corpses.
It is still. Bye.
Enjoying it, yeah. Go ahead.
Sam, we need like a towel. Like there's so much spilled.
Is there? Well,
Your Diet
lot
Coke.
of
who'd
spillage.
have thunk?
Lot of
Your
spillage.
Diet Coke.
Oh,
Do you want
it's
me to get a
done.
towel?
So now I think this is where we say goodbye.
No, for sure, but I do think
We love you. Thank you very much. Good night.
Bye.
Oh boy, yeah.